Seattle Seahawks and the Cowboys playing another wild one. Inside of a minute to go, Ryan Hannon from Hasselbeck.
Right.
It's 10-10.
I'm on I-90 right there.
He got just seconds to go.
no.
Makes
Right.
the mistake of his life. Picked up by Jordan Babineau. Babineau racing down the sidelines. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm on 405 right here,
Just
Terry.
get out the kicking team.
Right.
Josh Brown, 50 yards. How about that? Over. Seahawks.
In my garage.
Somehow, some way, 13-10 winners.
Yeah, I left the game at just before the 2-minute warning, Terry. I'm a disgrace. I'm an absolute disgrace.
That is. You're supposed to stick it
Terry,
out to the very end.
I tell the person I'm with, I'm like, I know sports. There's no way the Seahawks are coming back. They haven't been able to move the ball all game long.
Right. It was a tough game.
I'm saying, listen, if you get stuck in this parking lot after a game is over, you're there for 3 hours.
Right.
You don't need that.
Right. Gotta get home.
We got to go
Ford.
right now. Beat all this traffic out of here. Trust me, the Seahawks against Dallas' defense, they're no match today. It's just not going to happen today. So what? They'll still win the NFC West. Everything's good. No big deal. They just aren't going to win today.
Right.
And then we're walking out going, that was the worst game ever, 10-3. Man, what kind of crap is that? Get home. Best game ever! And I wasn't there.
Oh, no.
What a disgrace.
You got to hear Rabel's call on the way home, though, probably.
It was beautiful.
Your seats were cold.
No, we thought there was no chance we were listening to CD. Right. And now I'm being punished because, as we speak, Terry, my house in Florida is blowing away.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Hey.
It all works out well.
Yes, it does.
It's been a terrific past, little 18 hours here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And when you were on 405, I was on another row of strangers.
Wow. So you were there.
Getting crushed.
Loving
Yes.
it. That's what you should be doing. I'm a disgrace, I admit it.
Oh, goodness.
I left. Terry, I've seen a lot of exciting games in my time, so don't feel that bad.
Right.
But there's no denying that I missed one of the most exhilarating Seahawk moments in recent memory.
Right. Absolutely.
I was looking for an excuse to go home, though. It was wet. It was boring. I wanted to go home.
Do you remember when Dallas intercepts the Seahawks with like 2.5 minutes to go?
Yes.
Bam!
Over.
We're sprinting to the car. I'm like, that's it. End of story. It's over. That was their last possibility. Interception seals the deal.
Right.
In the car, CDs.
So what do you want to listen to on the way home?
And then I guess a little something happened while we were gone.
Guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Just a
The
little
Seahawks
something.
magic.
Man.
Seahawk Mojo.
That's unbelievable.
Seahawk Mojo.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And the reality is, Holmgren had a huge gaffe that I'm not even going to get into here, Terry, that allowed them, believe it or not, to win the game. It was a horrible coaching error by Holmgren
Wow.
that gave them the opportunity to win the game in regulation.
Okay.
Yes.
See, now you have me curious.
Well, I don't want to get too
course.
into the X's and O's here,
Well,
Terry.
but see, I like it when you do
Oh,
because it
geez.
teaches me a few things.
Well.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
learned some things.
We learned some things.
So none of you are aware of what happened, that it was a terrible coaching blunder by Holmgren that allowed them to win it in regulation?
He showed up.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Basically.
I know he has huge calves, but I don't know that was the reason they
that's
lost.
huge.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to get into the X's and O's here, Terry. Not this time of the morning. If you really want to know, you'll remind me later, and I'll tell you.
Okay, hold on. Let me write it down.
Oh, jeez. No, you can't write it down.
What do you mean I can't?
Because
write?
if you really
said
want to
that
know, no, here's the
that's
point.
what I do.
No, here's my point. If you really want to know,
Yeah.
it's going to be stuck in your craw. Your craw is located just south of your brain there.
I know where my craw is.
So it's a very small place. And,
no
if you
doubt.
really want to know, you won't need to write it down. You'll just remember later, and you'll remind me. Otherwise, you didn't really want to know. It's no big deal. Boom, 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 he. All right? There you go.
Fine. I'm reminding you right now.
Well, it's no.
Okay.
It has to be after 7 o'clock.
All right, after 7.
It's a full, no, 7:15. A full hour has to go by, and you can't write it down. You just have to remember.
All right.
And then I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't remember.
You're the one who'll forget. So
worried-
tell me now.
I'm worried about Wilma blowing away my house. Wilma! All right.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Yeah, she is.
Her shoes are off.
Yeah,
She's
they
a
are.
mean bitch,
Yeah,
Terry.
she is.
Oh, jeez.
The T-Man. What you gonna do with all those?
I was proud of our guys on the last drive when we needed one. We took it 80 yards roughly and scored. And then, of course, Babineau made the great play that allowed Josh to kick the field goal. When he hit the crossbar against Washington, I told him that sometime this season we're going to be in that exact situation again, and you're going to make it.
You're going to make it or you're freaking fired.
He left that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was making it like it was a big confidence speech he gave him.
Right.
Sometime in the
Motivation.
future, we're going to be in that spot again. You're going to make it, you effing asshole. That's basically what he left out of that.
Right. I'm sure.
But definitely part of the
Yeah, he's making it seem like in the post-game press conferences that was like a pep talk. When you say that If I'm on the receiving end of the coach saying that, I'm thinking, if I don't make it, what you're telling me is I'm out of here.
Right. Makes sense.
He's making it seem like he just was there to pick him up when he was down. I'm not sure that's what it was, Terry.
Probably not.
Proud of our guys on the last drive when we needed one.
Right.
Took it 80 yards roughly and scored. And then, of course, Babineau made the great play that allowed Josh to kick the field goal. When he hit the crossbar against Washington, I told him that sometime this season we're going to be in that exact situation again, and you're going to make it.
Oh! Okay, if you say so, Coach.
Well, it's his fault they're not 6-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Well.
What an exciting game.
Oh, yes, it was, Terry. Were you watching it?
Yes, I was.
You see Coach Bill Parcells punch his assistant coach, Terry?
No, I did not see that.
Oh, you got to watch.
Well,
how do you watch the game and miss that?
Well, I didn't watch the entire. I didn't just sit in front. I was doing
you were
other
doing
things.
needlepoint. I understand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Needlepoint. Tons of that. Sit around doing all that stuff.
What else? It's going to be a big week, Terry. What else is going on in the world, don't you know?
Well, apparently, there's some rumor going around about Janet Jackson having a secret love child who is 18 years old.
Right.
And the father of this child is James DeBarge. Supposedly, back in '84, they got married.
So the love child is 18?
Supposedly.
That's no love child, Terry. That's a love man.
Yeah. And it's a little girl by the name of Renee, who apparently was raised by Janet's oldest sister, Rebe.
So it's a girl.
It's a girl.
I'm not following. How old is the girl now? 18?
18.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, all this news broke out by one of the other DeBarges, young DeBarge.
Yes.
Is the one who broke the news, or broke the claim, I guess. And of course, all of Janet's camp is denying it, saying, I don't think so.
Speaking of love children, Terry. Yeah, Schwager.
Hey, T.
Real quick, what do you got, bud?
Well, I was just checking to see if you guys are going to be there tomorrow.
Why wouldn't we be?
I don't know. Something always comes up on the show.
I'm sick.
Well, I did get mono, yes.
Yeah, you did.
Has everyone fearful that I'm not going to be here from day to day, Terry? I have one of the greatest attendance records in the history of radio.
Yes.
Huh? All right.
You
but
know
yes,
we were taking
over the
attendance.
summer I was gone a lot because I was sick
You
and
were sick.
doing a lot of stuff. Now, why are you even curious about whether we're going to be here tomorrow?
Well, I asked you last week if I could stop by.
Yeah, but you sound too down these days, Schwager. I mean, what can we possibly do? It's almost like if we can't bring you up, you're just going to bring us down.
Well, some people are suggesting I get a Halloween costume, and I was going to get your guys' ideas on that.
What?
Halloween
We can do it on the phone, though. We can just tell you what they
Well,
wear.
they're saying I should either
19.
You're 19, Terry says.
go to a
and
Halloween party and all that other fun stuff.
you have no party to go to. No, you just want to go trick-or-treating.
Yes.
You're going to be the oldest trick-or-treater in the world.
Because that's the only way you can get food. Without really standing out.
Right. Not be considered a beggar.
Right.
Trick or treat, pay my heat.
I don't want a Snickers. Do you have a sandwich or anything back there?
Right, that I can keep for a while.
Oh. Schwager,
Yes.
whose party are you going to?
Well, somebody's having this karaoke costume thing.
Karaoke costume Halloween party.
Yes.
Who is this
It says
somebody?
audiovisual geeks written all over it.
Wow.
The person's part of one of the anime groups here at OC.
All right, so the first person up in karaoke at the Halloween karaoke party sings Monster Mash, and then it's pretty much done, or what?
No, it's
Because I don't know if Summer Nights works at a Halloween costume karaoke party.
well, it's kind of like people are dressed up and they start singing all these weird songs. I heard
Right.
that- and I'm pretty sure half of them are going to be drunk, so it's going to be funny.
Wow.
And you got invited to this, are you sure? Gay phone operator going to be at this party?
No.
A lot of hairy men going to be at this party?
Are you going to be bobbing for apples?
Oh, jeez.
Be careful.
As far as I know, it's going to be people from about my age to 25.
But you got how did you get invited to this party?
I overheard it.
You overheard it.
So you're not really invited.
Yeah, he wants to crash the party.
I'm not a party crasher type.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Were you invited or not?
Well, I was in the group, then the person was telling them all about it. I'm in the group. That
Did the person ever look you in the eye at any point during this conversation?
Yes.
All right.
But that's
I
a
guess
good
that's
step,
a
even if he
delay.
didn't get the embossed invitation. I mean,
Oh,
he's
geez.
making strides, right?
Wow.
Going to a college party, big time.
Is it officially a college party there, Swagger?
Not exactly. It's more like a home party, but
Yeah, but it's involving people that go to the college.
yes.
I see.
That would be called a house
Well, hey,
party.
sounds good, dude. What are you going to go as?
Well, that's my question. Should I go as Napoleon Dynamite, as you've been saying that I meant like? Should I go as Star Trek as usual?
Oh, jeez. These are the options?
Or should I go as Link?
Link?
As Link?
Yes, Link.
Hmm.
You know who Link is?
From the Mod Squad?
Mod Squad?
No, it's a video game character.
Oh, okay. What video game?
Zelda.
Did you know who Link
I was thinking Hot Link. Yeah, it sounds really good right now.
I'm still loving the Mod Squad, but I don't think Schwager's into it.
Right, I was like...
We just had a movie come out, but I didn't think he was into it. What else? You're not going to be Link Cage. No, doesn't seem like you. So this is what video game?
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah, you know the guy with the green tunic?
Sure.
Of course. And is this an Xbox game or no?
No, it's GameCube.
Oh, okay, then I'm not in.
No.
Yeah, if it's not Xbox, I know nothing about it.
It's 20 years old, that game.
Link?
Zelda.
Oh.
I'm going to go as a Tetris Square.
Actually, there's several Zelda games.
And you're a Zelda fan.
Yes.
And a lot of people are going to be dressed up as Link this year, you think?
No, I just thought it might be something different.
It would definitely be something different, it sounds like.
Will people know if you dress up as Link who you are?
Why don't you go as Donkey Kong?
Sorry, but I don't want to look like Hotshot.
Hey, low, gorilla, bang the bongo blow!
I'll be able to turn my heat up tonight when I get cold.
Oh,
in your
yes.
face.
Oh, and you can take a shower and go to the bathroom.
All good.
That's the second knock at your heat that Hotshot has taken at you there, Swagger.
Yes.
You going to let this happen?
Look, I got heat at my house. The only thing I don't have is running water.
They got heat. They turn the oven on and leave it open.
Wow.
Got the toaster right under my pillow.
And Pearl's farts. Everything's good in that big trailer there.
Wow, big.
So, okay. Well, I say go as Link.
Okay.
So no one will have a clue as to what you are.
You need a place to
It'll be just like every other day in your life. No one will have a clue as to what you are.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's not like he's going to be walking to the door and everyone's going to be like, oh, he's Link!
Oh, yeah.
Cool!
Just like him.
I tried to pull that off years ago. I didn't look half as good as you. Is anyone going to know what Link is?
Most of the people I do know.
Really?
Yes.
Scott just said it's a 20-year-old game.
Well, there's several remakes of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's Link Awakening, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Master Quest, and Twilight Princess is coming out in April.
All right.
Wait for that.
It's one of the most popular games out there from Nintendo.
Link to Geekdom.
For Nintendo?
Yeah.
All right.
Party he's invited to, it's either Spock or Link. That's really your only choice.
You got a
That's what they're all
GameCube?
at.
What do you got? What kind of...
No. It's... I don't have... Last console I owned was an NES, and somebody stole that. But
Stole it, yeah. What are you playing Link on, or whatever it is, Zelda?
emulators.
You're playing it on... What's emulators? It's on your computer?
Yes.
I see. I don't play video games on my computer. It's just too frustrating.
That's weird.
Take out the Xbox console, make it happen.
Right.
Computer games.
Man, I stopped playing computer games about 6 years ago.
No. Actually, you download the
I used to actually play Madden on my computer.
the old
Did you
classic.
Back in like 98.
You mean using your little arrow keys?
Back in 97.
Wasn't that hard?
96 maybe.
Okay.
I remember my old apartment sitting there playing Madden on my computer.
That'd be kind of
Well, here's
Dork. Now I play it on Xbox.
Yeah,
Well,
like
here's the
cool
thing.
guys.
Yeah, like the cool guys.
You can buy controllers for your computer that hooks up to the USB.
Yeah,
port.
I had a joystick for my computer. I remember I never
These actually
really...
look like the PS2 controllers.
Now I just use it for chat room stuff. I never, it never really worked right for some reason. It was like a Sidewinder deal. It was supposed to be the best one at the time, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but you can buy the ones that look like PS2 controllers, you know.
Or you can just buy the PS2.
And these ROMs and emulators, you download the old NES, Sega Genesis
All
games.
right.
So
Sounds
Great.
All right, you're Link. All right, we made
Go
that
Link.
decision.
I should go as Link.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't need to come down tomorrow.
Send us a lot of pictures. That's the whole point of the story.
Okay, good. We've made the decision.
But if you want to come down tomorrow, Swagger, I guess you can.
Thank you.
Really?
All right? Why do I have a feeling I'm going to be leaving with less money than I'm coming in with tomorrow?
Yeah. Do we all need to bring in a grocery bag?
Oh, jeez. If you bring a couple of canned items there, you get $2 off tomorrow's show.
Oh, nice.
Good. I'm in.
Cream corn it is.
Yes.
That's what it always is.
That's what you need, a little cream corn in your diet there, Swagger.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, geez, I kind of like hiccuped when I said that.
Oh.
Is that a sign, Terry?
Yeah,
might
you weren't
be.
supposed to say it. You forced it out.
I was like, tomorrow. All right, Swagger.
Yep.
Take care till then.
Yep.
But come down in full costume tomorrow.
I'm not going to have the
Well,
costume
then you
tomorrow.
can't come down until you have the costume.
He's getting the money from you to buy the costume.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's the biggest pressing need in his life, is getting money for a costume?
That and getting rid of his body hair.
Well,
Take your pick.
I'll
go body hair for 200, Jack.
I was just going to come down there and visit you guys tomorrow, okay?
Okay, well, then that's nice.
One of the all-time great visitors.
Mm-hmm. Because you're such great company. We're looking forward to that, Schwager.
How's the weather?
Yep.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only are we looking forward to it, but so is this guy.
I'm going to be down there.
Yeah, right. Okay, no, I don't want to get this started.
Ow. He yells.
Yes, he does yell.
Yells.
He's a yeller.
You should go as John, Matthew. That'd be cool.
That's what most people are going as this year.
No way am I going as a fat Italian guy.
You get the John teeth, you get the John walleye and the hunchback, and you're good to go.
Oh, man. Tough to get laid, but it's a good costume.
Mm-hmm. You
Well,
probably
he doesn't
won't
want
get.
to anyway.
You probably won't be getting laid on the 31st if you go in that costume. But it is very popular for this Halloween season.
Yeah, I'll be there to shave off your hair there, Swagger.
Sorry, but
Swagman.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, they know each other very well. What was that, Schwager?
I'm not going as an fat Italian guy, okay? That's all I'm saying right now.
Fat Italian guy?
Well, isn't that what John is?
I don't know if you'd necessarily call him fat or Italian, but other than that, you're dead on. Yeah. Nailed it.
The T-Man.
Some bad news tonight for men who have stressful jobs. A new study suggests men with stressful jobs may be at risk for early artery disease.
Oh!
The study suggests men in their 30s are more likely to develop clogged arteries in their job.
Wow.
If the job, I should say because of their job, if it involves little independence on how they accomplish their work. Now, the same results do not hold true for women, though.
Do we have stressful jobs, Terry? I'm not sure. I can't figure it out.
That's what's so stressful about it. You can't figure out if you have a stressful job.
I don't know. We don't?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, dude.
I don't think so.
Why are you going no?
Well, at 10:05, I mean, we're out of here. What's our big decision of the day?
I see. At 10:05, it's like, should I screw a groupie or go play cards? Let me think here. The stress is too much for me.
Where am I going to have lunch today?
Right.
Damn it, I can't figure it out. And they're not open at 10.
So much stress. Why does the McDonald's serve Big Macs at 10 a.m.?
Right.
Hey, this is stressful, let me tell you.
Yes, it is, right.
And they also mention jobs that you have no independence. I mean, we are required to do everything we say is written for us by the administration here, Terry.
Right.
Yes.
The greater powers.
I mean,
that was my line,
they forced me to do Stripprentice, and
Yeah, they forced you.
how about Pasty?
You will do this.
How about Pasty, though, getting the most out of Stripprentice than anyone, Terry? I'm finding out as soon as I walk in this morning that he's, like, hanging out with the strippers over the weekend.
Really? Wow.
I'm, like, shocked. The dude has just decided, hey, Jessica Alba's never going to come around. I'm just going to dive in head first here.
Well, and good for him, I guess, right?
Sick of all the gay jokes, man.
Yeah.
Let me see if
It's
I
like,
got
I'll
this
show
right.
them I'm not
Czar
gay.
Harris. I'll
Is
throw
it-
him off.
Hey, you becoming Harris right before everybody else. Is it true or is it false that you were hanging out with the girl who won Stripprentice over the weekend?
That is true.
Okay.
The winner, wow.
Was she a
winner?
And the winner, by the way, is available to be seen on the front page of the TManShow.com as we speak right now. By the way, there were a lot more pictures from Stripprentice that I don't know what happened to them. They never made it up on the website. What happened there?
That's a great question. There's some more pictures that do need to get up there that we have. There's some great pictures.
Well, later today, ladies and gentlemen, all the pictures from Stripprentice will be up on the website. But for now, the winner, and then if you click on something, you can see all the 5 finalists. But the winner is up there on the front page.
Good deal.
Now, does the winner realize that part of the deal of her getting her own show and winning Stripprentice doesn't mean she has to hang out with you over the weekend? Or did you, confuse her on this?
I don't think she felt obliged to hang out with me. I was trying to call her up, and I was congratulating everybody. And,
Probably obligated.
Yeah, obligated, sorry. And, was calling her up.
I don't think she felt obliged either, to be honest. All right, so you called her to congratulate her. Is that how you're weaseling it out here?
Well, I called all the girls on Friday and congratulated them.
I know it's 3:30 in the morning, but I just wanted to congratulate you.
Yeah, you did a great job, dude.
Yes.
Real good.
My friend was doing a club night that night, so I was trying to say, hey, you want to come out to the VIP? We'll put you on the list.
Because that's how you roll, right?
Well, it just worked out that way. So
You're such an important person, Terry.
Yes, very
So
important.
let me see if
Very important pasty.
Yep, exactly. That was my line.
I'm trying to understand this now. You wanted to congratulate all the finalists. The ones that lost in the first round, they didn't deserve a call, right?
Well, no.
No. So the 4 finalists, I'm sure Hammy didn't get a call, did he?
No.
He didn't invite him out to the VIP section.
Yeah,
Actually, I
what's
didn't.
up
You're
with
right.
Technically, he was a finalist, right?
That's
He
correct.
won.
You're right.
Sade, not getting a call.
I think Pasty just has made the decision. He slipped the switch in his head that says, okay, I'm just working it here.
Well-
I'm just going to do whatever it takes to have to get laid here. Jessica Alba's not returning my letters.
Right.
I am going for it.
Well, you can't fault him,
So
right?
you felt the need to use all those numbers you had of the strippers that were in the finals of Stripprentice and call them around what time on, you said, Friday evening to congratulate them?
I called them all Friday evening and actually talked to two of them.
Crazy.
And it looked like I might be able to hang out with one of them that night, but it didn't end up turning out. And then
which one? You turned her out, what?
No. Jill was going to be working, and then she was going to give me a call afterwards.
Jill was the winner?
Yes.
Wow. I thought you did hang out with her.
No, I hung out with her on Saturday night, actually.
So Friday night, you was hoping for a call.
And she knew she didn't have to hang out with you. It wasn't like, okay, she's like concerned, okay, if I don't hang out with him, do I lose my show?
Right.
She knows that she's got the show. She won Stripprentice. There's nothing she could do to lose the show.
That is true, and I may have manipulated the situation just a tiny bit.
Oh, jeez.
When I told her about the places to go out to, and then the place that I ended up taking her, I said, well, they don't have a guest list, but, if I show up, when I show up, they'll probably let me right in type of thing. So she's like, oh, maybe I'll just roll with you.
What he's talking about.
He was being Mr. Big Time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on.
Anyway, she was trying to find out where the Cube spot was. She wanted to hang out with Cube after winning the contest.
She wants to be everything that is Cube now.
Yes.
She wants to promote her show. She wants to hang around the pasty one.
Wants to go to a sticker stop.
You and her are going to be inseparable now. Is that the deal?
The best of friends, Jill and I.
Wow. Whoa. Well, that's not what you're shooting for, right?
Well, no.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, Dad, this is Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What does she do for a living?
She could smoke more than I can. I'm really impressed.
Wow. Not saying something.
All those strippers smoke, Terry. It's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes. Can she outsmoke you?
No.
Yeah, cigarettes or what?
Oh, jeez.
She gave it a go.
Neither. A pasty.
Yes.
How did the night go when you actually hung out with her? Did you meet at the club? Did you pick her up? What happened here?
She actually met me over at my place.
Wow.
She came a knocking.
My blood, pasties.
Oh, did you clean it?
Well,
he'd made a mad scramble to clean it, and it wasn't even remotely clean when he was done with it. But at least he had to take it from the disgusting level that it was at.
Took the edge off,
and he just took it upward to horrible.
Right.
Well, put on new sheets.
This is the worst part about it is
he took it from vile to horrible, Terry.
Yeah.
In about a 45-minute span of just a mad dash of cleaning.
I should probably put a sheet on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some pillowcases.
The funny thing about that is I didn't even know I was going to be meeting her at my place until after I'd already left.
Right.
So by the time I got back, she was standing in front of my building. I'm
Oh, not good.
I don't have any time to go.
No, that's the way you work it, Terry.
Is it?
Oh, I didn't realize you were coming over.
Oh, and your place is disgusting.
It actually wasn't that bad.
Vile.
Man, how about pasty working it these days, Terry?
Well,
Making those calls that are just not necessary.
Well, and getting the reply back.
What was it? Was it a congratulation call or was it a thank you call?
It was a congratulation, then an invite to my friend's place on Friday night.
No, but you called all 4 finalists. 3 of them lost.
Right.
So what kind of congratulations is that?
The other 3 was just hey, you know what? Good job on making it to the finals.
Oh, he is just working it, Terry.
And the other 3 turned you down?
I actually only talked to one of them. I only talked to Kayla.
And what was her reaction?
She was cool. She was actually going to go out and try to make a little money.
Horn-rimmed glasses, idiot. Don't call me. I lost.
Horn-rimmed glasses.
I don't have to sleep with you anymore.
Look, Hotshot just called me, so you guys can stop. Leave me alone.
Wow. All right, so when you called her, what was the reaction?
She seemed responsive. She seemed like she wanted to hang out at some point.
She seemed responsive. She had a pulse.
Yeah.
Well,
she wanted to hang out, too?
It wasn't like, why are you calling me?
Oh, jeez.
I guess she made some good money on Saturday night.
All right, why don't we just admit it, Pasty, that you are at a point in your life now where you're pushing it a little more than ever, but, well, a little more, a ton more than you ever have, and this is just who you're going to be now. You're going to just pull it out and see where it lands, right?
Oh, right over here.
A leaf may have been turned over. I don't know.
Wow. You realize these congratulations, these thank you calls are not necessary, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't ask you to make them.
No, you didn't.
So you're just doing it because you are, with a capital W, working it.
Wow.
I put in a little time this weekend.
Oh,
yes.
And to no avail.
Well, no, and to no avail, but I felt good that I at least put it out there.
All right, but Jill knows where you live now. She knows where you live. You went out with her, you hung out.
Other one's got my number. Kayla's got my number.
And if she ever wants to just drop by at 3 in the morning, she's welcome, right?
Always an option.
Oh, jeez.
Always.
Always, dude.
Oh, no, man.
Well, definitely, like you say, working it, and I mean, geez, being more aggressive by far, which is a little. We're not accustomed to that.
You come to a point in your life where you start to do some inventory of your own history, Terry, and you say to yourself, "Okay, everything up to this point hasn't worked.
Right? What can I do different to shake it up?
What do I have to do?"
Yeah. Well.
I'm in this can't-lose mode right now. Okay, I'm going to start toiling.
Right.
Hey, thank you, and congratulations, and...
yeah. Well, and he's feeling really good because...
I got a big one?
Because he was successful in bringing all the strippers down, so he's just on a roll.
Well, yeah, they all left with a pretty good feeling, even the ones that lost, Terry.
Absolutely.
But there was a big prize at stake.
Yeah.
Not sure Pacey's a big prize.
Oh,
nice fella.
Wow.
Don't know if it's a big prize.
Wow.
But this is really diving in, though, on this one, too. It's not baby steps.
Would you disagree? Do you feel that you are a big prize, a bigger prize than perhaps even winning your own show, that they actually have the grand prize now up for grabs here, or what? Or is that overstating it?
Well, I mean, I think...
Are you a grand prize, yes, sir? Are you a big prize?
I think I'm a big prize.
Wow.
Big prize.
Yeah, the biggest T-Man.
So what Hot Fudge Scott here said was inaccurate in your mind.
Inaccurate, correct. Now, I don't know if it's quite up there with winning your own radio show on the station and, the $1,000 bonus, but it's definitely up there as a big prize, I'd say.
But that's a 3-month contract. That's all you get guaranteed on your own show.
Right.
You're a lifetime grand prize.
Oh, yeah. The gift that keeps on giving. Like Dessert of the Month Club.
Dessert of the Month.
I don't know.
Something tells me Pasty and Hush shot in that one, too.
Or the fruit of the month.
Hey, now.
All right.
But this goes against everything he said in the past about he just
I want just a girl for one night. I want the right girl.
Again...
He's so inconsistent, Terry.
But, again, you said, you sit back and you take a look at your life and you realize that, hey, as the inventory is coming on here, you're like going...
You're reading the data and you're saying, I'm not liking what I'm reading here.
So maybe I do have to think out of the box.
Or in the box. All this waiting around for this perfect, wholesome church girl to come walking in is not happening. I'm going for the strippers.
Why not?
He was waiting for Church Girl Princess, but that never happened. So.
I don't think Church Girl Princess is happening on this show.
Winnie the Pooh, you taking this all in?
I'm taking notes. He's doing
it. Jeez. Now,
how many did Vinny call?
He beat me to the punch.
I called for Vinny's assistance on Saturday because I needed to know where to go. I didn't know where to go.
So you were acting like you knew where to go.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't let on to them you didn't know where to go. You made it like you were in the scene.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, let me just give me a second. Let me call you back. I'll find out.
Are you sure you weren't out of your element by making these calls? Did you feel awkward? Did you feel uncomfortable? Or was it just something you should have done a long time ago? How'd you feel? Which more closely did you feel towards?
Probably closer to I should have done this a long time ago.
Really? Wow. It came so natural to you. You're thinking to yourself, man, why didn't I do this years ago? I could have been screwing groupies back in 2000, 2001.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean, I definitely should have at least tried to make a move earlier here.
Mm-hmm.
So was she...
So this is the new Pasty Dave.
The new aggressive Pasty Dave. Watch out.
Leaving the house on the weekends.
Yeah. He's releasing the Magnum.
Might be a little bit of a change.
I don't know, Terry. Doesn't seem like it's the right fit for his personality.
Wow.
I think... I think you could fake something for a little while, but eventually the true colors come out, and the true pasty whiteness, Terry, is going to win out in the end, and this can only last so long until he just looks himself in the mirror and says,
"This isn't me.
Who am I?"
Right. I'm stressed. I don't know who I am.
Man, the Pooh, is this the new Pasty Dave? Is this the real Pasty Dave finally shining through?
I think so. One of
Terry,
those
he's got a lot.
Princesses got to turn him around.
He has a lot of phone numbers in his arsenal. All the women that have come down over the years. True. Pasty Dave has Rolodexes filled with numbers.
Right.
Good for him.
Hey, you were down in boot camp in 2002. I just want to congratulate you.
Good job back then.
And you did a great job back then, and I've been meaning to call you. And there's a big-time deal happening tonight at Larry's.
Yeah. I think. Actually, let me call you back and find out.
Oh, wait, that's Vinny the Pooh on three-way. Maybe it's not at Larry's. Hang on. Where was the big spot this weekend that you filled in Pasty Dave with there?
It was at Wild Palms.
At Wild Palms.
Wild Palms.
Wow.
And Pasty Dave wakes up this morning with wild, hairy palms there. Because
this weekend, every weekend.
Even though he was pushing it a little bit or a lot of bit, Terry, the bottom line is he starts this week the same as every other week so far in his life, Terry.
Right.
He is a 28-year-old virgin.
You don't expect the stripper to give it up just like that, do you?
No, the stripper has no... she shouldn't feel any kind of requirement at all to even field Paisley's calls. She's in a position where she could hang up on him now.
Right.
Plus, they're coworkers. That's harassment.
Yeah. Aren't you concerned about that? She's on the payroll now.
Well, that was my funny little, hey, it's your coworker.
That was your entry line?
Yeah.
You are certainly pulling out the material, Paisley.
She loved it. She loved it.
Your coworker.
We're loving it.
I was,
I couldn't wait to see you in the break room, so I have to call you now.
Time for a coffee break.
Terry, it had to be. I mean, I'm not speaking for Jill, Terry. I don't know Jill very well.
Right.
I know she wants to apprentice.
Right.
But I have to make an assumption that this had to seem awkward for her.
Well,
a coworker already
calling,
harassing you.
Yeah. Now, was she with you at the club the whole time, or did she leave early, or did you guys end up going back to your place after the club?
So you went to the club together, is that right?
Correct. I drove to the club.
And really? You drove her in the Paisley Mobile?
I did. She had taken a cab actually to my place.
Wow, a cab.
So that means she needs a ride home.
That is what it means. Actually, at the end of the night, she comes up to me at about 1:30, right about last call, and was saying, I think I'm going to grab a cab now and head home. So I was ready to be out of there, too. So I took off, said goodbye to everybody, and drove her home.
You were her cab.
I gave her a
You
ride
were
home.
her cab driver.
And, last chance hopes.
Did she sit in the back?
No.
And how'd the date end?
I just dropped her off at her place. I wasn't trying to push it too much as a romantic situation.
Let's
too
see
much.
who the audience chose.
Yeah.
They chose Kayla by 57%.
Hey, you got a Big Mac wrap on your butt. Let me pull it off for you.
Do you even know what we're talking about when I do that?
Was that Love Connection?
Was it Love Connection?
Yes.
He was about 4 years old.
I was.
Wow. The new Pasty Dave, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch out.
Will your phone be ringing later today?
You've ever been down here? Look out.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten caller ID up till now, you may want to invest. Or maybe you love the new Pasty Dave. He's a very dangerous man, Terry.
Yeah, he is.
Sounds like he's caught in the friend area, though. Like, you know.
He always wants to get caught in the friend area.
But at least
it's like he can't help it.
But
no matter what he does, he just comes across as the big pasty teddy bear friend.
Well, but maybe she knows
Give him a hug.
somebody. You just never know that she may have a friend who would be the perfect fit.
What is it about your personality that you just somewhere quickly in the early stages of the situation become the friend, the pasty teddy bear friend?
You know, I would love to know, and I've often thought about just getting all my friends that are girls together and asking them, what the hell is wrong with me? What is it that turns me into the friend?
I just don't want a book club.
That's the story of my life.
But he says he doesn't want to push it too much, but maybe at some point you need to kind of
push it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, he's not
Push it real good.
But he's not the push it type.
Well, that's why he's in friend area forever.
Well, but again, this is a new side of him too. He was never one to be the caller either, right?
So he's made.
So maybe he is going
But I'm
to
just
be
trying to figure out if this is progress or not, Terry. Do you see what he did this past weekend as progress or just? I don't want to say patheticness, Terry.
I don't see
it's either progress because it's really big time, or I can't figure it out.
Asking a girl to do something is progress.
Yeah. I think
But trying to hang over her head, hey, I'm the seasoned employee, you're the newcomer, you better do what I say.
Well, he's working it, that's for sure.
There was almost that little impression left there. I get the sense that she must have felt some kind of requirement to have to be nice and or accept his invitation because she's a couple of hours into working here at the station.
Right.
And all of a sudden she's getting a call from the guy who was the guy who set it all up, and I'm wondering if she felt any kind of requirements there. Pacey's nodding his head no. That's not for you to answer.
Well, I was going to say, she called me back on Saturday. I never called her on Saturday. I wasn't going to call her back on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. So you called her Friday. She said she was dancing all night.
And I never heard back from her.
And then she called you on her own accord on Saturday.
She gave me a call on Sunday. Or Saturday, yes.
What happened Sunday?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Wild palms again, dude.
Oh, no. This is all new and weird.
Yeah, very interesting.
What if he's driving her around and not even try to hit on her? What's the point?
But yeah, then he becomes old reliable. He's the friend that drives her around.
Wow.
Status quo, man.
How about when you have Steven calling you old reliable? That's a problem.
When she's going to leave, just say, hey, have fun. See you later. Call you later.
This is all new, Terry. I gotta take this all in and figure it out.
A little shocking.
Yes. Okay.
Better than going after Marie, though.
Oh, wow.
It's an upgrade from that. One producer to the next. Absolutely.
The T-Man.
In Boston, police were not amused by one man's Halloween prank. The bomb squad was called to a family pumpkin carving festival after someone spotted a suspicious pumpkin.
Oh, geez.
A 33-year-old man had carved out the pumpkin and loaded it with wires that stuck out of the top. Bystanders thought it was a bomb. They called police. Someone saw the man walk away from the pumpkin.
Yeah.
He was quickly arrested for causing that bomb scare.
Yeah, you can't do that, Terry. You can't have wires coming out of a pumpkin.
No.
Scares the whole world.
Yeah, it does.
It's a pumpkin scare.
I saw that. I was like, come on.
You saw that on the news?
Yes.
And you think they might have overreacted or what?
Well, I mean, you can't help but overreact with everything going on these days.
Right.
So, but I just think that that's ridiculous.
Terry, there are wires coming out of your headset. I'm scared.
Take her down.
Yeah, call the bomb squad.
Oh, Lord. Now, I've heard some people around the office say that Steven looks like a suspicious pumpkin head, Terry, but no one's ever taken him down.
A little suspicious, yeah. I can see that.
He does have a big head, but so do I.
There's a lot of big melons on this show.
Yeah, a lot of big melons.
Pacey's got a giant cranium, too.
Pacey may lead the charge, actually. Pacey's got a big... Men with big heads, Terry. It's kind of awkward. Not that you need a small head like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, this is tiny.
No, I can't even believe you can go around with that.
You got a little tiny head, man.
I do.
It's like a grapefruit. It's not a melon. It's a little kumquat on your shoulders there.
I'm the smallest one in the room. What do you expect?
You are the smallest one in the room, but even your head size doesn't coincide with the size of your body. And that's not saying much because the size of your body is very slight. But you got a little size grapefruit head.
I do.
Okay.
Well, is it small or is it small compared to like larger heads? Or is it
It's
just
small, period.
What else would make it small?
Well,
It's
if you
small.
have a small head compared to a larger head.
You're not getting me, dude. Even in proportion with your body. And your body is like nothing.
Right.
It's small. Look at that thing.
Got a little pinhead.
Wow, pinhead. Now, Pacey's trying to tell me during the break that we may have overstated, and he was just, I don't know, was he just caught in the whole emotion of it all, that you didn't really correct us? He's trying to convince me that it was more of a welcome to the station kind of phone call and the hangout that he had with the strip apprentice, Terry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, you don't make that call at 10:30 at night on a Friday evening trying to go out with a girl.
That's true, you don't.
Sorry, you overstated what happened here.
Plenty of new employees you haven't called.
There was a little bit of the fact that, hey, she's going to be around here for the next 3 months.
I don't see you as the welcome wagon for every new employee that this company gets.
Hey, Carl, congratulations on your sales job.
Right. So who are you trying to lie to here?
But he worked closely with her.
You don't even know what. You know what? It's.
I've gotten to know her pretty well over the last 3 days.
I just wanted to welcome her to the station. That was the biggest reason you called. And no bigger way to welcome her than with a big old Magnum, Terry.
Yeah, I guess
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Glad I wasn't welcome that way.
Wow. Glad I'm a seasoned veteran around here, Terry.
Right.
All right, Pasty, whatever, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening in the world on a Monday? It's going to be a very big week, by the way.
Is it?
Now that's, well, you know that I've been holding on to a...
Big T-Man announcement?
It's a big T. I don't know if you quite reached the status of major, Terry, but it's bigger than medium.
Is it?
It's bigger than big.
All right.
It is a semi-major T-Man announcement, Terry.
Wow.
And it's something for the entire audience. It's not just one of those, you have to be a stripper, you have to be this, that, or the other.
Yeah, and I knew that we were waiting till Strip Princess was over and got the strip, you know.
It involves everybody, Terry. Everybody's eligible.
Everybody.
There's a lot going on around here. Even the whole paying the bills thing that the entire station's doing is interesting.
Yeah.
We start paying people's bills soon. That's cool. At a time where people could certainly use a little help here or there, Terry.
Right. Help free up some cash for the holidays.
But as far as an announcement as it pertains to this show, Terry.
Yeah.
Either tomorrow or Wednesday. How about that?
Oh, I want it today.
You want it today, baby?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you that today and then the announcement tomorrow. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
And what was the big blunder that Coach Holmgren did again?
I'll get to that later.
Oh,
Terry.
you said it's been an hour. Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
I asked you first. What do you have there?
Interesting new report has come out by an obesity expert about women living with men. Apparently, when a woman moves in with a man, it makes them fatter. They say this is why. Here's a couple of reasons as to why. First of all, they're
blame the man for all the woman's issues, right?
No.
She gains weight. I wouldn't be this size if it weren't for you and your dumb ass. Is pretty much what that story is all about there, huh?
Well, kind of, yeah.
All right, hang on to that for a second, would you?
Now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the blue-collar workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
Is Mrs. Dumpy, is Joanne Million Hairs putting on the pounds and blaming you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No pounds put on at all.
According
skinny as a rail.
According to Terry, the women, in all likelihood, will be gaining weight when they're living with men, and they can blame the man. Isn't that what you're telling me? Isn't that pretty much the gist of it?
That's the bullcrap story of the day. I work out 5 days a week, and she don't want to work out, so why is that my fault?
Well, you shouldn't have to work out, it sounds like. You said she's skinny as a rail.
Well, she is, but if she got started getting fat, then get your fat ass out on the freaking treadmill.
Oh,
well, actually, it's a good thing that he brought up exercise, because one of the reasons they say that a woman does gain weight is because women do less exercise because they want to spend more quality time with their man.
Well, there's no such thing as quality time with a man, so get your ass on the treadmill, Terry.
That's it.
Yes.
I do get my ass.
Get your exercise pushing that freaking vacuum around about that.
Mm-hmm. A nice, a modern, a day, a thought.
I had a situation happen in my neighborhood over the weekend.
Every time Dump Truck Guy has a neighborhood issue, he takes it up with us.
It could have been me, man.
All right, what happened to you over the weekend?
Friday night, early Saturday morning, I guess my neighbor across the street, he has a couple nice hogs in his freaking garage. So he has an alarm system, whatever.
He had some hogs in his garage? Harleys.
Yeah, bikes. They're called.
I thought he was having a party with some lame-ass women there.
I was coming over.
No.
I like them big.
Got some hogs.
All right, so he has some Harleys in his garage, and what happens?
Anyway, his alarm's going off in his garage, so he gets up. It's like 3 in the morning.
He doesn't have an alarm on his house, but on the garage with the Harleys there, it's...
I'm sure he has it on his house.
Oh, okay.
But it's a detached garage.
I see, a detached garage.
So he gets up, he goes out, notices his garage door's open, his car window's all smashed out.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't think nothing of it. We live out in Tacoma, so windows get smashed out every day, no big deal. So he locks his garage up, goes back in, no big deal, turns his alarm back on, goes back to bed. About 10 minutes later, freaking alarm's going off again. Goes outside, calls the cops, figures out there's a prowler, he's locked in his garage.
Oh, wow.
Prowler is
and
locked.
the guy wants to get out.
He's locked in the garage, asking for assistance
to get out.
He's screaming, let me out, let me out.
That's great.
Well, right away, sir.
Right. You insist.
Well, the dude's on the phone to the cops told him to leave him in there. He's like, screw that, I got 2 Harleys in there. He's not going to trash my bike, so.
So he took the bikes as hostage.
What's that?
Like the bikes became like his hostages. He threatened to kill the Harleys if he wasn't let out peacefully, and a plane fully loaded with fuel wasn't on the driveway in 10 minutes.
You mess with his bike, you get killed. Pretty much the situation.
All right, so the guy is locked in the garage. So as the cops are coming to the house, what is your friend doing?
The cop wanted to leave him in the garage. He said, screw that, because I don't want him damaging my motorcycle, so he lets the dude out. The dude bails through him, then they got a little chase around his yard, and they ended up getting in a scuffle. The dude whipped out a big old knife and started stabbing my neighbor.
Oh,
boy.
Really?
So maybe leaving him in the garage was the proper move.
Yeah. You can't ride the Harley when you're not around.
What's that? You're breaking up. You being stabbed? You all right? Oh, we'll lock him in call waiting, Terry. We won't let him out.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of the story. I know.
The neighbor's being stabbed?
3 times.
So let me see if I got this right. Because he didn't want his Harleys being damaged.
Right.
If his kids were in there, he'd be fine. But the Harleys there, that was too much to risk.
Sure.
So he opens the door to the garage. The guy starts bolting out. He chases him around the backyard or whatever yard.
Right, they get in a scuffle.
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, the neighbor who let him out in the first place starts getting stabbed.
Right, good, yes. Mm-hmm.
Not the handbook way of dealing with a prowler, I would guess, there.
You may want to let the professionals take over from there.
Yeah.
Well, but you think the guy would say, okay, he let me out. I'm just going to go.
Well, he was just going to go, but the guy started chasing him.
Right, because he was
Which
in
also may not be the textbook move.
And the thing is that, I mean, granted, I understand the whole thing about the Harleys being valuable and such, but you know what? That's what your insurance is for, right?
Oh, geez.
Call
for those who have it,
do
yes.
a claim.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that he's got it.
Dumpy! Oh, Dumpy's gone.
Oh. So did the guy die?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
This to be continued on tomorrow's program.
Oh, jeez.
Or in about 2 minutes when we get Dumpy back
Right.
in
Wow, he's got an exciting neighborhood, man.
Right.
I'm
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'll take boring for 300 a week. Jeez, who needs that?
Well, the contention of the neighbors on that block may be, hey, in our little street here, it takes the cops 45 minutes to get here when we make a call. I can't let this guy be in my garage doing damage to the Harleys. My babies.
You don't want the cops to see the weed plants in his garage. That's really what it was. No, I can't keep him in there. No way, dude.
It's another interesting angle. Another possibility here.
Keep the pigs away from my plants.
How did he get locked in the garage?
Well, because remember, he said that the neighbor heard his car alarm or whatever go off the first time and saw that the garage door was open. So he went out there and just closed the garage door and put the alarm back on.
All right, well, let's
That's how.
get the rest of the story.
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide.
We already heard that. Yeah, Dumpy.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No
man.
problem.
Anyway, so they got the scuffle. They're laying on the ground. My neighbor gets stabbed. So he takes the dude's shirt. He rips it over his head, his own shirt. So pretty much the dude couldn't see what's happening. They just beat the hell out of him.
A good hockey move, Terry.
Yes, it was.
He learned that by playing for the Vancouver Canucks back in the day, Terry. Yes, go ahead.
So yeah, he pulled the dude's shirt over his face and beat the hell out of him. So the guy could barely move. Man.
And this was after he was stabbed?
Yeah, after he was stabbed.
Where'd he get stabbed?
It started right in his front yard.
I know, but where on his body was he stabbed? Did he still have the strength to pull the guy's shirt over his head and start wailing away on him?
He got stabbed in the butt cheek, in the leg, and in the arm.
Wow.
Terry, if you have to be stabbed, the butt cheek and the leg,
That's funny, because gay phone operator also got stabbed in the ass this
right.
He had to go to the hospital and get like 28 stitches for it. So.
Wow.
Yeah, when you have to get your ass sewed up.
Incredible, man.
Not the greatest weekend you could spend.
Well, that's the thing, man. I go to work. I leave for work at 4 in the morning, man. I'm going to start packing.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody's in my yard. It's going to be crack first and ask questions later.
Wow.
Nice.
There's your warning, ladies and gentlemen.
I ain't getting stabbed.
Dumpy's not going to be sitting there with some nurse sewing up his ass.
Hell no, man.
That's got to
First
be
thing I want to do as soon as I open the door, I had a baseball bat ready to hit a home run.
That's got to be a great weekend moment for someone out there sewing up the Harley owner's ass, Terry.
So what'd you do this weekend, Bob?
Right.
Well.
Jeez.
So anyway, yeah, it pretty
The over-under on the guy breaking wind is at 3, Terry. 3 times minimum. What's that now, Dumpy?
I say it pretty much preempted my weekend plan. I had a babysitter lined up for Saturday night, but I was kind of worried about what was going to happen at the house and this and that.
So you canceled your romantic night with Joanne Millionairs?
No, we just took we jumped off a building, took a step down from your restaurant, just hit the Applebee's.
Mm-hmm. Kept it local.
Damn right. No, we was at South Center, man. I was going to hit that haunted house, but goddamn, there's about 5 million people there. And I ain't waiting in line.
Slammed, man.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
The haunted house is a pretty big happening, yes.
Dude, that thing is freaking packed.
Oh.
Crazy.
Dumpy shouldn't have to wait in line.
No,
Throw your weight around.
So you went to Applebee's with your kids?
No, it's just me and the old lady and my buddy and his wife.
So your kids
Big Triple E's.
with big Triple E's.
She's got big Triple E's.
Yeah, I know he's not talking about his wife. We've met her, Terry.
Right. Well, that's how we met her. And him.
Triple E's.
The first
E's,
yeah.
Terry. That's Wow. Well, that's a pretty exciting weekend for you there, dump truck guy. Lots of action.
Indeed.
Now,
I plan on a nice relaxing weekend this weekend.
Were
Just
you-
a nice freaking Halloween party and a whole lot of beer.
Were you watching this whole thing unfold, or you just heard about it afterward?
No, I heard about it afterwards. I had a bunch of people at my house who drank too much on Friday night, so I was out like a trout, man. I wasn't hearing nothing. But
Out like a trout.
Yeah, he was out there screaming for help, top of his lungs, while he's fighting this dude, and nobody came out.
The alarm's going off. You're out like a trout. You're not hearing that. The guy's screaming for his life. You're not hearing that because you're too just tired out from the night before.
You're damn right.
Wow.
Got that work late, too.
That's pretty neighborly, Terry.
Yeah, it is.
Gumpy is dead asleep in the sun tanning bed, and he couldn't hear a damn thing. Fascinating.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Yes.
Bring it on to my house, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe you could think about moving.
Yeah, that might be good, too,
Oh, dear.
I guess.
All right.
Right up with Swagger in the trailer park.
Oh. You have to sell the Navigator to move into a more...
Ain't gonna happen, brother.
I understand.
Freaking get my 9mm and sleep with the bastard.
Loves his Navigator.
I know.
It's pride and joy. Okay, very good, Dumpy. Interesting story.
Wow.
You did. Well, you have a great T-Man day.
Mm-hmm.
What an exciting day.
27 stitches on the left cheek there, Terry.
Right.
Yes.
The T-Man.
Are you at risk for BlackBerry thumb? Doctors are now seeing an upswing of repetitive motion injuries from overusing those tiny keyboards on BlackBerries and other mobile tech.
Man, you got to be a pretty big wuss to be texting so much that you get a BlackBerry thumb, Terry. Now, I think it's a big difference if you're playing video games. I get a blister on my finger a lot of times when I'm playing video games, among some other activities, Terry, but... just a little bit of texting on your little cell phone
but a lot
with
of
the
people
little
don't.
Buttons there.
Well, still, I mean...
I know
a lot of
Vanderpoo
people
uses that
talk.
stupid little thing that he carries around, which I think is, I've tried to convince him is absolutely a waste of extra space.
The BlackBerry?
That he has to account for with his black... What do you have there? What is that thing?
A Sidekick.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a BlackBerry. BlackBerries are actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the Sidekick thing, just so he can text with a keypad, with like a keyboard style dilly there,
That's right.
it's not worth it. It takes too much space.
Nah, it's so
He's trying to
quick.
convince me that I need to get one of these things.
You'll be so
I
much
can
faster.
text perfectly fine on my cell phone. And it actually has word, what do you call it? So I don't have to hit the button.
Predictive text?
Yeah, I don't have to hit like the 2 button 3 times to get to the letter D or whatever. C, yeah.
So 2 p.m. at Jamba Juice is just one button?
Mm-hmm. Well, not one button, but it's...
What?
You just have to
So
hit.
much faster. There's a space bar and everything.
Yeah, but you carry a cell phone and that Sidekick thing.
I do.
You could actually, if you actually talked and used the Sidekick thing as your cell phone, maybe it'd make sense.
Well, it's an ugly phone to hold up to your ear. It's look how big it is. Could you imagine holding that up to your face?
Oh, fun.
Oh, I've held worse up to my face, mister.
Yes,
Use a little headset.
You can all say we have. All right, whatever. So,
Yeah,
are
most
you,
people just use a headset because they don't want to hold it up.
are you worried about BlackBerry thumb?
Well, now that I'm hearing about it, yeah.
Well, they say, though,
I text
I mean...
a lot, actually.
You gonna get rushed to the hospital with BlackBerry thumb?
Yeah, I mean, they say that if it gets to extreme proportions, then you have to have surgery.
Sure,
to
of course. You
fix
have people visit you in the hospital with your thumbs being held up in the air, and just lying on the bed watching TV, people coming in, oh, I can't believe this happened to you. Very, very crucial, very vital injury, I'm sure. Tragic.
Open thumb surgery is very dangerous.
Have to bring in the surgeon from Switzerland to do the procedure.
Right.
Because you have to make sure the proper job is done. You all better beware. Don't worry about bird flu. Don't worry about AIDS. Don't worry about anything. You worry about BlackBerry thumb. That'll get you. I thought a BlackBerry actually came with like a wand and stuff.
I thought it did too. Apparently not.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Some of them have little wands. I don't know what those ones are.
I'm just...
Those are like Palm Pilots, aren't they?
I actually, even with texting, Terry, it's frustrating. I started texting my friend Matt over the weekend. I made 3 mistakes, and I'm like, oh, I'll just call the bastard.
What are you doing?
Hopefully he won't answer. I'll just leave him a message.
Right.
Because I didn't want to talk to him. And that's the key reason for texting. They should actually make it so, and I know they have the technology these days, they can make it so that if you don't actually want to talk to the person, and that's like 90% of the time for me,
Right.
I'm sure it's a lot of percent of the time for a lot of people, you know you don't want to talk to the person, which is the main reason for texting. You should be able to call their number and hit a little button to leave them an audio text that actually turns into
a text.
It translates, yes, you can just speak it.
Right. It's like doing a memo, but it comes across as a text.
That technology is here, so you don't have to like sit there and flick it away with your thumb and whatever finger you want to use. You
Yeah.
need those fingers, damn it.
And we
So you don't get BlackBerry thumb.
Right.
Why can't you speak your
You
texts?
should be able to. I agree.
Are you
so
getting
much
this?
easier.
Are you getting this, Winnie the Pooh? Are you
paying
with me
attention.
on this, or am I way off?
You know, you're...
Would you speak your texts or no?
I don't know.
If you could just push a button that says text
You think it looks
message,
way
and-
cool to be texting all the time, don't you?
I don't know. It's
to be sitting there.
Well, it's easy because if you're gonna do that, you'd have to call the number, wait for it to ring, wait for something to pick up, then leave your message.
You don't have to wait for a ring or wait for someone to pick up. If you're just calling the text line, it just picks up right away. How about that?
Oh, then you gotta take the time to leave the message and wait for it to go through.
Well, you have to do that with text as well.
Nice.
You're still waiting.
He's saying he's so good at it, he types so damn fast. And a lot of these texters that type like 300 messages a day, Terry, are
can get it done. You're right.
Wicked fast. I mean, I text maybe 3-4 messages a day, and it takes me an hour.
I know.
But all right, fine. You're good at it. You go with it.
I'm good.
You don't like my idea. You don't
I like it.
You don't have to,
I do too. I think that'd be
great.
great.
Don't have to buy my product.
And he'll be getting rich.
All right?
Okay.
I think I'm getting rich on this one.
Yeah, no discount for you.
I'm not going to think about it for another second after I'm done talking about it, Terry.
You won't.
But if I did, I'd get rich on this one.
Man, you would.
You wouldn't buy my product?
I mean, I would test it out and see if it, works.
You wouldn't rather talk your text and have it translate into
I would just talk
a written message for the person on the other end?
I would just talk to them.
Well, that way the person
You don't want to talk to them. That's the whole point.
Well, it would be just a short. What's up?
Why do you?
What are you doing? Oh, okay. It could be just a short conversation for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
So you text as instant messaging kind of conversations. That's how you go about your texting life.
Yeah, I mean, but if I decide to have like a long conversation, I'll call the person. But if not,
but you text what's up, and the person that you're texting writes you back 2 seconds later, none.
If that's that's my question.
I don't know. People like text don't get back to me for a while.
They wait. Oh, wow, I just got this yesterday.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I said it 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Hey, is your tire still flat, dude?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Sorry about that.
Even with, I don't know, maybe it's Nexto or something. There's some of my voicemail messages, I'll be like, I didn't get your call. I don't even believe you really called me. Then 3 days later.
New
message,
voicemail.
It's like Thursday afternoon. Message, Monday, 1 p.m. What the hell?
Yeah.
Why haven't they gotten the learning curve down on getting you the message as soon as they leave it?
I know.
All right, I got a lot of complaints here. Anyhow.
That's what the little envelope means.
I got one of those.
No, it's not like I missed it. The message didn't come in until 3 days later. What's up with that?
They're just checking to make sure there's no terror threats or anything.
Right. Terror threats from a 19-year-old girl they shouldn't be talking to in the first place. All right.
Yeah, they're open.
What, no, I'm just kidding, not really. What, maybe not. What else is going on, Terry?
It's our own guess, is that it?
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What else is going on, Terry?
Man, this is kind of interesting. The new term that teenagers are using to feel really good.
I never said teenager, Terry.
19.
I said 19.
Teenager.
Oh, you're talking about something different now?
Something different.
Oh, okay.
But hey, if you want to revisit the old spot.
It's going to be nervous here a second. I never said teenager, Terry.
Okay.
Well, you have 2 BlackBerry thumbs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Anyway, this new term that...
And one cherry. What?
There's a new term out there amongst teenagers that they're using to feel good about their sexual prowess. And that term is technical virginity.
Technical virginity.
Yes, technical virginity.
Meaning like they've done everything but, so they're still virgins.
Right.
Yeah, we've had this conversation, Terry. This seems to be the theme, the generation, Terry. But now they have the clinical term for what they are. They're technically virgins. I'm a technical virgin. I have my technical virginity intact.
Right.
Yes, my ass got rammed 16 times a Sunday, but I'm technically
a virgin. Right. Well, and what's interesting is over 50% of these teens believe in technical virginity.
Well, in some cases they should, Terry. In some cases, they are technically virgins. I mean, if you have just had oral situations, you haven't lost your virginity. It's that simple. Don't tell me. Don't try to sit here and convince me that someone who has been on the giving or receiving end, doesn't matter, of a nice oral situation, Terry. The key is that it's nice. Of a nice oral situation, Terry, is no longer a virgin. Now, you're not going to convince me of that.
Right.
All right? So if they want to call it what they want to call it, doesn't matter. It's their right to think that they're technically virgins. Now, it's a little bit a different story if you're gay phone operating it, all right? If I may use that as a verb.
Right.
A gay phone operator, if you want to think he's technically a virgin just because he hasn't put his dilly in some woman's hoo-ha, Terry, that is not the case.
Right.
And for any woman out there who's been, yes, it may have been heterosexual, but if she's been on the receiving end of some kind of,
yeah, I gotcha. I think
she wouldn't be a virgin.
Okay.
If she's a cute, chubby bottom for an evening.
Oh, jeez.
My gay phone operator is trying to be every night on the...
Chubby bottom or anything. Okay.
Well, then she's not a virgin.
Right.
So it depends on what you're telling me here. Do those girls who think just because they haven't had your more conventional sex, Terry, with a guy with the dilly and the hoo-ha there, they're technically virgins even though they've done things that could be seen as a lot more sophisticated?
Well, I guess I am telling you that, yes. I mean...
Well, what does the story say? Does it say
that's
that
what they're
touch
saying
on that? Does it touch on the butt sex?
Well, it doesn't touch...
That's, I guess, what I'm getting
technically on the butt sex, but it does touch on the...
Terry's giving me no choice, ladies and gentlemen, but to talk about the butt sex at 7:45 in the morning. I'll blame her. Send your cards and letters to her, even though...
USA Today.
The USA Today is talking about this?
Yes.
All right, blame the USA Today even better.
Okay.
They're making us talk about the butt sex this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
They are.
The butt sex.
The butt sex.
Vinny the Pooh just wanted to add that. He just wanted to say
The
it.
butt sex.
You know what? You don't need to say it. Okay.
It's just funny, the butts.
Now, that is absurd, okay?
Right.
You have the butt sex, Terry. Your virginity, you can kiss it goodbye.
No, I agree. I agree with
Gage
you.
just changed his ad to cute, chubby virgin.
Right. Technical virgin.
Now, I ask you, Stephen Kilbreth.
Oh, gosh.
The butt sex aside, for those 16, 17, I'm sure you're talking about that, 18, even 19-year-olds, Terry.
Some even younger, but...
Okay, yeah, well, I know it goes younger than that, but
right.
These are the ones that I think are trying to hang on to their technical virginity, Terry.
Right.
Those who have engaged in just your oral situations, your oralist situations, are they, in your minds, virgins, Stephen, or no?
I think that it's they're using that as an excuse to do that kind of behavior that they shouldn't be doing in the first place.
I'm asking you a question. Are they virgins or are they not?
Well, I guess in the technical definition of virgin, no.
You don't believe they are?
Well, I guess not. I mean, I would
don't guess. Tell me what you believe.
I would believe that they are not, because I think that my definition would have all of that kind of sexual behavior all under the one balloon.
So you're basically saying, T-Man, I disagree with you. You're wrong.
Well, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, obviously.
Why can't you just say what I'm laying on the table for you? T-Man, I disagree with you.
I disagree with you.
You're wrong. And
I do disagree with you.
You always have been.
I think you are stupid and you always have been. And you're wrong. I think it all should be under the same balloon and same umbrella, but, I'm less experienced than, the average person.
Right.
The average person in that studio, so maybe
But you are
don't know.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yes. Well, I'm not wrong. I may be stupid, but I'm not wrong, Terry, that just having the oral situations happen, Terry, does not make you lose your virginity. You lose your virginity when you have the other types of sex that we discussed. All right?
Okay.
Should be clear to everyone, whether you want to talk about it technically or not. Doesn't matter.
I think if your daughter comes to you at the age of 15 and says, well, I'm technically a virgin, you're going to go, okay, that's cool then.
No, I'm going to say, what have you done? And I'll tell you if you're technically a virgin or not. Because it's not shades of gray here. It's clear and decisive.
I give oral sensations to 15 guys a day.
Well, you're a virgin, but you're a slut. And I blame your mother for this. Well, I'm just talking as the general guy. I'm not talking that.
Right. You don't have a daughter. So.
I would be in that situation, and I don't have a daughter.
It doesn't apply to you.
And my daughter would not be a slut giving oral sex to 15 guys.
Okay.
14 maybe, but not.
Because that 15 will push her over the edge.
He's just disgusting, Terry. So why is the USA Today bringing up conversations that should have been discussed and put to bed by now, Terry, so to speak?
Well, probably because they find that pretty interesting as far as they actually put a term to something that's been talked about. People, like to dance around, and possibly because, of course, Stephen,
they've been dancing around it for so long, now they actually have a technical term for the people that have been dancing around this issue for some time, and it's a brand new story like we've never discussed before.
Right. So they say.
Put it in the books! If you have any confusion as to whether you're a virgin or not, I'll tell you! Pasty,
so call now.
Pasty's a virgin because he hasn't been touched by human hands, Terry.
Is he a technical one or a real one?
He is technical, real, he's everything.
He's all virgin all the way around.
Wow. Man. How difficult is this? They're turning it into like it's rocket science or something. This is not some sophisticated equation that just a person in a lab coat needs to break down for you, Terry.
And you're right.
You don't need major mathematicians to figure this one out.
No, you're right. You don't. However, I think that
Goodness sake, people are so weird.
I think Stephen brings up a good point because...
Steven's dumb. I'm maybe stupid.
And he always has been.
Always has been.
But I mean, as far as...
he doesn't even believe what he says.
Giving the kids the excuse, to say that they're really not having sex or things like that, because that generally is what happens. If they get busted, doing something under the table or in the bus, which we've heard stories about, then, say, oh, well, we really
I missed the one on the bus. What happened there, Terry?
Yeah, down south, they were doing that in the back of the bus.
Really? In a school bus?
Yes.
Oh, I think I remember it now.
Yes.
Tell me it again. It's my favorite one.
They were doing it orally in the bus.
I think you get kicked out of Club V if you're oraling around like that.
Club V. 1-866-663-T-Man. Why don't I open the phones at this point on a Monday morning? No time like now, it seems like. Since we've pretty much covered the butt sex and the Club V at
and the technical virginity.
Before 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, it's time to see what's going on in the minds of the people out there. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call, and you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, T-Man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, back to your text message thing. I work for a cell phone company, and you can actually go to your text messages and hit insert sound clip, and you can actually say whatever you need to say, and then hit end, and then it'll record that little memo, and you can actually attach it to a text message and send it to the person, and it won't show up as a voicemail. It'll show up as a text message, and then when you open it, it'll play whatever you just said.
It's making it sound like a lot of work, Terry.
Yeah, but now that's
he's saying that it shouldn't play it. It should just actually type it out to the
for
person.
you to your words.
I'm saying they should have the technology these days that you should be able to speak your text message if you don't want to type it, and it should translate into any old text message that they would read just like you typed it.
Oh, yeah, you could do it on...
Come up with that, call me back.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have the T-Man operators interpreting what you were trying to say to the person.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Right.
That's the worst of anything.
Hey,
I got a friend who doesn't have voicemail, but he has like this answering service because he thinks that's more professional sounding. It is the most frustrating thing in the world.
An answering service?
Get regular voicemail. Let people say what they're trying to say as opposed to having this dummy on the other end try to ask you 16 times what you mean.
So what is it? Oh, that would be odd. Ugh.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello, T-Man.
Hi. Hi there, Mona. What's up?
Nothing. I'm calling about the butt sex.
Okay. Easy now.
Well,
Yeah, we were not putting out a classified ad or anything, but go ahead, Mona.
I was calling because,
And then interesting, her name is Mona, Terry. Yes, Mona.
it's a sad thing because kids nowadays, they're so uninformed that, young teenage girls, the AIDS rate is up so high now for teen girls because they think if they don't have sex vaginally, they won't get it, so they have it anally. And so that's their mentality, and it's just truly a sad thing that's the way, kids now are thinking, oh, I can have butt sex and not get AIDS or get pregnant, all that good stuff.
Well, I get the sex that Mona all of a sudden feels comfortable saying butt sex where she wouldn't have ordinarily, Terry, until this morning.
I don't know.
All right, well, Mona, you make a great point. I actually was reading in the Seattle Times over the weekend, Terry, that they're finding this specific vaccine that all of a sudden has come to light that may be the AIDS vaccine that they were looking for, so we're moments away from a free-for-all sexual parade. But, yes, Mona's kind of right. Until then, take care of yourself, I guess. And if Pasty can just shut up a little bit in there, that'd be great, too. All right? I know he's screening calls in there, but his voice carries like a madman.
Well, he hooked up with Jill this weekend, so, he's screaming.
You'd think after 57 times over the past month of me telling him that, sooner or later he'd remember. Do I have to make a big neon sign in there that says, keep it down, please?
Yes.
I know
Red light is on.
He does his job with amazing, with just a lot of vigor, Terry.
Yes, he does.
And I don't want to break his spirit.
Right.
But he's got this voice. Like I should speak. He's got this voice. That kid, what is he? Just carries. How does it go there? Yeah, that's the one.
He's just one of those guys with like a giant head and a giant throat and just a big...
Everything's giant.
Everything's just oversized and loud.
Distracting. 1-866-663-T-MAN, and you are on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
Pretty good. What's up?
Hey, just wanted to bring up the fact that you guys were talking about, virgins and stuff like that, and how, gays never put his dilly in anyone. And I actually worked
in
out
a
at
hoo-ha,
the gym.
yes.
But he's had a dilly bar, trust me.
In the hoo-ha.
Yes.
I actually worked out at the gym that Gay was working out at. Had his banners all over the place, and the guy was really excited to have his big, wide load lose some weight. And, and then he never follows through with it like he doesn't do with anything.
Right.
And then, you were going to pay him a whole bunch of money.
Thanks for the recap, sir.
We were there.
Yeah,
we were there. We remember, yes.
And then we gave away a trip to Vegas and had Strip Prentice. Okay, now here we are.
What do we got going on today?
Vegas.
So,
yes.
Just curiosity. You would follow through with your end of the bargain. Whatever happened to him? Wasn't he supposed to put his dilly in the hoo-ha?
Mm-hmm. Was that part of the agreement?
No, I think. Wasn't it? I don't remember.
Yeah, we don't remember much around here, dude.
Oh, I think that's right.
But I do kind of vaguely remember that.
There was something like that, too.
I do kind of vaguely remember, Terry, that I said if he doesn't, his end of the bargain was if he doesn't lose the weight, that he had to have conventional sex like he was a heterosexual.
Pacey was going to tape it.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And his voice would carry like this while he did, Terry.
Wow.
And the funniest thing of it all, Terry, is the gay phone operator was on hold through the past half hour, Terry.
Sure.
And when he heard the last caller just say what he said, he hung up the line.
Wow.
Whoa, let's call him back.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to get to him, too, of course.
Oh, boy.
Of course, he was next.
Next up.
He never reminded us that may, I think, very well could have been part of the bet that we made.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I guess I got confused with the whole Chris from the Cuff part of the bet,
That
too.
was a different bet.
Oh, was that a different one?
Yeah, we made up a million bets.
That was the same one. He said, if I'm going to have sex with a girl, then I get my trip with, what's his name?
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Well, doing the world a favor. Maybe we'll let him off the hook on that one.
Really?
Doing all women a favor.
I don't think we need it.
What a wuss. He hung up?
He hung up. Wasn't he just on hold for the past half hour?
Thought he was, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was he just on hold for the past half hour?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Any understanding as to why he hung up? Besides the obvious.
I think the obvious is all.
Yeah, that the pot pie's done?
Pot pie at 8 a.m.
There's nothing better.
Jeez.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes. Oh, he's back now? Gracing us?
So nice of him.
What a pleasure it is to hit this sounder, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you driving somewhere?
No.
What was the wind in the background?
I breathe.
Oh, jeez.
I have life.
Well,
It was two different bets.
what did you want to say while you were holding on before that caller?
I was going to say, even though I've not had sex with a woman, technically I'm not a virgin. Because I have had the butt sex.
All right.
Oh,
Fine. You don't
right.
think-
And
Dirty from him.
I wanted people's opinion because I shaved, and I wanted to know if I should grow the goatee back or not.
Oh, I'm glad he was talking about that
It's
earlier.
on my website, gayphoneoperator.com.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, we'll take a lightning ball on that. Yeah, just stand by for that. Sure, it's coming anytime. Mm-hmm.
The T-Man.
1969, man lands on the moon.
Well, forget your sweet tooth and say hello to your fatty tongue. A new study suggests that some people have certain taste buds on their tongues that make them crave fatty treats like fried foods. Researchers say they've always thought people could only detect fat in their mouths through scent and texture, but the study suggests certain taste buds are little sensors that detect fat, similar to the
Steve
ones...
must have a landmine of these taste buds on his tongue there, Terry.
Man.
No.
Oh, I get it, because I'm so huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, stopping at the Fat Burger on your way home pretty much every day, Steven, means you probably have a big galley full of taste buds that are just craving fatty foods, or what?
Yeah.
You're not the fattest guy ever, but you do love fat foods.
No question about that.
And you may not be the fattest guy ever, but you do acknowledge, as do we all, that you have a weight issue.
Okay.
You don't acknowledge that at all? You don't think you have any weight issues at all?
Sure.
Yeah, but doctors call a little bit of a weight problem.
Right.
Just a little.
As do a lot of us.
Well, who are you referring to?
Well, a lot of people have similar weight issues that I do.
You calling Terry out? You calling Terry out?
No, I was calling Terry out. I'm calling the guy who was telling me I have a weight issue out.
Who, me?
No.
I don't hide from it. You deny it.
I never said. You asked me, do you have a weight issue? I said yes.
Hot Fudge embraces it a hell of a lot more than you do. You gotta acknowledge that, right or wrong?
Because I don't like it. He loves it.
He does kind of love it.
He does. He wilders
no choice. You have a choice.
Or deep inside, does he love it? Or does he know that he surrendered to it years ago, so he has no choice but to outwardly love it? But internally, it's eating away at him while he eats away on the fries.
It eats away at me, that's for sure.
Oh, jeez.
I'd rather be this size than Vinny's size.
Would you rather be Steven, who hates it so much outwardly that he fights it every turn, every twist, Terry, or Hotshot, who he just seems to joke about it, love it, embrace it, welcome it? Which do you think is a better way of being, Terry? Neither? Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty tough.
Toss up there.
Yeah, it is. Because there's benefits to both. But now,
you don't think Hot Fudge is a bad? Because he doesn't even say, Steven, I don't like the name Hot Fudge. He loves it.
He loves it. You're right.
It doesn't bug me at all.
Doesn't bug him at all.
But
which is a better way to be?
But it bothers me to be overweight.
Oh, it really bothers you. A lot of things bother you. But this is definitely one of them, yes.
See, I was 11 pounds at birth, 130 in 5th grade. It's who I am.
It's who you are.
I've come to grips with it.
And you would rather be your size than Vinny the Pooh, who's because he's a little shorter than you. What is he, about 5'7", 5'8"?
Just that skinny. I wouldn't want to be that.
And he's about 140.
No thanks.
But that's a lot healthier, you acknowledge.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a pass.
And
I'll go somewhere in the middle.
Even with that, you'd rather be your size than Vinny the Pooh size.
Right. Because someday I'm going to get this off.
Vinny the Pooh, who, by the way, is on his little journey to get you breakfast.
Right. That's how we do it. Make the skinny people work for us.
Right. Interesting.
Bring me food, little man.
But
or I'll eat you.
Does make a good point because he is
I think
very
he is really concerned that if he doesn't get the food, he's going to eat it.
He does look like a pickle, sort of.
What's it now, Terry?
I said I think Hotshot is definitely very, he does definitely know who he is.
Right.
And Steven,
but I would say a doctor would suggest that it's better to be Steven's way.
Right.
That outwardly fights it, knows he's got an issue.
Because that might motivate him to actually do something about
it. But
right, that's the key word.
That I'm not okay with it, but I'm not going to cry about it either.
Mm-hmm. So you're as on top of the situation as Steven is.
Right.
You're just a lot easier going about it.
I still struggle through the treadmill, and do that kind of crap.
All right.
I'm conscious of it, but I'm not going to sit and cry about it.
And Steven sits and cries about it.
Yes, he does.
Speaking of sitting and crying, there were a lot of people that are texting Terry, that are calling. By the way, we take your text pages all through the morning at 97373, don't you know? That's 97373. Don't you know? Now, a lot of people are a little bit angry that I'm letting Gay off the hook. I really don't think the listeners want us to make a phone operator have sex with a woman, Terry. I mean, they definitely don't want to watch it. Let's put it that way, okay?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we can put it up on the website?
I don't want to watch it. I don't even want to hear about it, to be honest. It does nothing for me, Terry. Why? Just to enjoy the moment where he's sitting there crying. I don't want you to make me.
Well, I'm not even
getting hard, okay?
Oh, man.
I can predict how it would happen already. He'd be crying like that.
Jeez.
Pasty would be sitting there with the video camera going, yeah, nothing you do, man.
Definitely not getting hard.
You need a fluffer?
Too bad I am.
All right? It would be just like that, so let's pretend it happened and not make him do it.
All right.
Yes, I acknowledge that bet does exist, which is probably why he hung up in fear, Terry, because we forgot up till now.
Right.
But I say, forget it ever happened. I'm sorry I haven't made the bet with him. He'll cry. He won't get hard.
Wow.
He'll get all gay and naked and just not be necessary.
What a bad combo that is.
Mm-hmm.
Gay and naked.
Yes. A combo we have certainly moved on from, all right?
I prefer pretzels and peanut butter.
Okay.
On my combos.
Jeez. That's embracing, yes.
Yes, it is.
Terry, what's on the top of your pile there? I see you shifting your pile around. You all right there?
Well, since we are talking about fat and weight issues.
You've made a quick shift in your pile?
Yes, I made a quick shift in my pile.
All right. And you're going to give us a story that's a nice segue from the fat and weight issues?
Yes, it is.
What do you have?
Actually, according to a new study out by Duke University.
Yes.
Losing a little bit of weight, anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds, okay, in women can increase their sex lives quite a bit. Not only their sex life, but their self-confidence as well.
It increases the sex drive of the man, is what you're saying, when their woman loses weight. No, seriously, that's what you're saying.
Well,
no? That's not what
I'm
you're saying.
saying a woman's sex drive.
A woman loses weight, it increases her sex drive.
Yes.
Well, okay, maybe she gets a little bit of confidence from that. Maybe, are you saying hormonally it increases her sex drive?
No, I'm saying as far as...
From a confidence level?
Yes, from the confidence level. As far as she's looking in the mirror, she's like, wow.
Yeah, only because her man now all of a sudden is re-interested in having sex with her, Terry.
But, I mean, as little as 5 to 10 pounds.
That story sounds familiar. We discussed this one, or did I just read that on my own?
You may have just read it on your own.
I think I saw that one out there somewhere then. If we didn't talk about this already. This is something I think I read like a day or two ago, or more than that.
Something like that. Yeah, actually, it was.
You've been holding on to this for a while.
Yes.
Because of all the Stripprentice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're backlogged with stories.
I am.
Backlogged. And the story goes that a woman who loses weight, even some small bit of weight, like 5 to 10 pounds,
right,
is going to have an increased sex drive.
Yes.
Now, does the sex drive increase per pound?
Well,
like if she loses 250 pounds, is she just like some horny nymphomaniac or what?
You could probably say sure, but then again, I don't know because it doesn't get that specific. But it's just, I mean, that is pretty interesting. I mean, a woman, sex drive, motivated, of course, obviously by the way she feels about herself and how she looks in the mirror.
So what you're also saying is, if you're not happy with your sex life, lose a little bit of that fat ass and don't blame anyone but yourself.
Right. I guess so.
So fat women do not have a sex drive.
Fat women have no interest in sex, is what Terry's telling you
I'm
out
not
there.
saying that
don't even bother.
Necessarily. Nope. But their sex drive is much lower than, say, a woman who
Stop meeting Kilbreth at Fatburger and do something about it.
The researchers are saying this at Duke University, okay?
Hopscotch is not conceding that your way is a better way of being, Stephen.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not either. I've never accepted it, so I don't know.
Complete different personality traits, Terry. Complete different stances on this. Stephen fights it at every turn, will, argue with you, make his little Kilbreth jokes.
I don't think when do I argue with you? I don't think I argue with you about it.
Hot fudge, Terry. Laughs about it, agrees with you. Completely different. Stephen gets agitated, squirmily uncomfortable when you talk about anything about his weight or anything in general about him. Very interesting. Fascinating, one might say. Men lose weight, their sex drive doesn't do anything.
Well, they in this study at Duke, they did have men in it, but it wasn't as, I mean, they really didn't notice any change.
No change.
Necessarily in a man.
Women lose weight.
For women, it was like...
Nymphos.
Yeah.
Men lose weight.
It was like, oh, yeah.
Just another day.
Just another day. Yeah.
I wonder what that feels like.
Yeah, not as big of a increase as it is in women.
It was noticeable in women, not detectable in men.
Right. I mean, they included them and said, okay, let's see what happens here. But for the women, it was like, wow.
If this doesn't encourage certain ladies out there to start a diet, well, you've just lost your last hope.
Wow.
If you're not inspired to get a bigger sex drive going, what inspires people in this world? Sex! It's the common denominator of everything. That's the way it is, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. So if you're not feeling some kind of motivation based on Terry's story to get your asses in gear, ladies, and it's never going to happen. You're out of hope.
There's probably some big ladies that say my sex drive's going to get better. Wow.
Oh.
I don't know if it can.
Oh, I could clear a line for a huge horny lady to call in and say, T-Man, I have no room.
Huge horny lady?
I have no room to get more of a sex drive. It's up at the top of the scale already.
Oh, good.
I mean, based on your study, Terry, if there was a 400-pound lady out there who's going on what you're saying, her sex drive can't be that great, right or wrong?
Right. No, you're
not
right.
possible.
Right.
It's not possible.
Right.
Clear the line. You may need to clear 2, actually.
Well, let me get some. It's like Southwest. Let me get some haunted house ticket winners here, all right? And that'll clear a line right there. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Good. How are you?
Well, haven't you been through this?
I'm fine, and you? I'm fine, and you?
I had a rerun happen so fast. Who is this?
Colette.
Who is this?
Colette.
Oh. See, right back at you. And what can we do for you, Colette?
I would like to win tickets.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, why should I give them to you, Colette? Apparently, this haunted house is like this spot that is off the charts. Why are you so special?
Because I called in.
Every day we realize how much more in demand the haunted house is, Terry.
Yeah, it is nutty.
Just, you think it's some middle-of-the-road giveaway. Forget it. This is top-of-the-line stuff now. Gotta make people work for it. Can you lose 10 pounds in the next 5 minutes, Colette?
Yeah, I'll try.
I want a hornier caller on the line here.
Maybe she doesn't need to.
Well, since we're on the subject, what do you weigh, Colette?
125.
125, yes. Don't all callers on the phone lines, on the radio, Terry, weigh 125.
Right. Can you come on down? We've got a scale here.
I hear some people talking in the background. Are they ready to confirm for us that you weigh 125?
No, I might get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at work.
Well, I think you can whisper to someone nearby. There's got to be a coworker that you're kind of close with that can just say, yes, T-Man, she is 125.
You know what? They actually just moved everybody away from me.
All right, because you're so huge.
Wow.
That's nice. You're telling me, again, that there is nobody you can, like, signal over to you. Because this is what it takes. You do this and the tickets are yours. That'll just say, yes, T-Man, she's 125. Or you're afraid they're going to get on the line. She's not a pound under 320.
Whoa!
She's just like...
Hold on, I can go get somebody.
Okay, but we have to... Well, she's going to set him up, Terry.
Right.
I'll go to the haunted house with you. Just tell him I'm 125.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we'll wait. See if it sounds set up, Terry.
Okay.
I'll wait as long as it takes until she can find a liar.
Now, what if they say like 130? She's still in?
I'll give it to her.
Okay.
Yeah. If they sound
within 10.
If they sound convincing, within 20 pounds.
Oh, 20.
Oh,
Wow.
20?
Wow.
Yeah, 20's pushing it.
Yeah.
If they say, yeah, she's pretty much right around 125. That's all I need to hear.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Your coworker, Colette. Hey, who's this?
This is Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Your coworker, Colette. You're familiar with her? You're close with her? You're friends with her? You like her or what?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you verify with us what you believe she weighs?
I believe maybe 125.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Right on that, huh?
Man, so
Maybe.
set up.
Right around there.
Yeah.
Put Colette on the phone, please.
Okay.
What a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Hello?
bad.
Colette,
Gosh.
well done. Tell your
They seriously just moved everyone away from
You're
me.
right. Tell your friend Sonia, whatever her name is, Sonia,
She had my
that
address?
you and her, a couple of liars, have won tickets to the
We're
haunted
not
house.
liars. I can bring you my driver's license.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
can show you my driver's license, too.
You choose the weight.
I can show you mine.
They don't weigh you there.
Yeah, you do get to choose the weight on your driver's license. It's not like they're calling people out in the DMV, all right?
They should do that. They should put a
They
scale
should
on
have a
there.
scale there, just embarrass people like that.
Let's put your...
No, Chief. You ain't no 210. Slide over.
Mine says 190.
Hey, Colette,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You've won haunted house tickets. When are you going to go?
Probably this weekend.
Well, you have not much of a choice. Isn't this
Yeah,
the last weekend or what?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so this weekend it is. This weekend it is for Colette. You just have fun trying to get down to 125 by then. hang on the line, Colette.
Okay.
Take care.
There's a better chance they'll keep the haunted house open next month.
I know.
There it is. I like that idea for the Department of Licensing or the DMV, whatever you want to call it, Terry.
I agree.
A big scale right in the middle. Right in the middle where everyone waits, Terry. That if you lie about your weight, they send you right over and there's a big digital readout.
Right, and a big bell that goes off. Wrong,
Yeah.
wrong.
And then they post how much you lied by. Come on,
This is
let's...
just humiliating.
Absolutely, that's what this world needs.
If there's one place that could use some entertainment, it's the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
The T-Man.
Hey, what's up, Mute?
When she told me that I'm a meaning, 'cause I ain't never had nobody do me like you.
look at this one. I love Terry B. Free.
Oh, that's nice.
Just reading over the text pages here, Terry.
That's
I
it?
appreciate that.
There was one that came in that says, yes, very simply, I love Terry B. Free.
Something cut off or something? Go to the next page, man. I love Terry B. Free's Wizard Sleep.
Right. I looked. It's right in the middle of the page. It's not cut off from any other message. It's right there. You have a big fan out there, Terry.
Precedent setting.
Mm-hmm. And what else we got here that's interesting? Somebody writes, weight certainly has a part to play in sex, but fat women get just as horny as slim women.
Man.
Stop misleading people, T-Man. Signed, the new Dr. Ruth. I think she meant the new fat Dr. Ruth there.
Yeah, Baby Ruth.
Right. Sucking on a Baby Ruth.
We should call the big lady back.
I just...
Call the big lady.
Let me see. The DMV should hook that weight scale up. Take a number. All right. Somebody also writes that the person I talked about that has that answering service instead of voicemail, Terry, you know, you have to talk to a person.
Right.
Obviously has that because it's a business line. Well, it's not a business line, even though he does use it for his business. It's a cell phone number.
Oh.
And when you call it, you have to talk to a person instead of leaving a voicemail message, and I told him he's probably losing a lot of messages because a lot of times I call him up and I'm thinking about leaving a message if it was voicemail, but I don't want to talk to some lady.
Right.
Your name is what? Rob. Bob?
Yeah.
No, it's Rob. You have a message? Yes, just tell him the bitches are down for tonight. And one of them will do everything that he asked for, but the other two won't. Can you make sure he gets that message?
Can you imagine?
I mean, you just don't. All right, aside from that kind of message, which you obviously would feel awkward leaving, Terry, just your standard message. People don't want to talk to people they don't have them.
Right.
Can you spell bitches with like 4 E's?
Yes, please.
It's very important that he gets it.
Otherwise, he may be confused by what I'm talking about.
Right.
Trust me. Do you know anyone out there that has like an answering service instead of voicemail?
I thought that was
and they think that's better?
Awful.
Well, and then does that answering service then call him back to relay the message? I mean, do you have this lady call him
That's
and
the
say,
plan.
hey, you got a call from so-and-so.
I
and
guess
said,
so. I don't know what happens.
The biatches are down for tonight. I mean, what the hell?
I don't know what what happens at that point, but then he'll eventually call me back, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then I'll go on again and tell him for the 16,000th time that he just should get voicemail like a normal person.
Is he like scared of voicemail?
I don't know. I think it sounds more professional for his business or something, but I even think for your business, voicemail is more than acceptable these days.
Oh, yes.
And even when you're calling for business, you're still leaving the same message. Hey, the biatches are down for the night. We're gonna
right.
meet up at the Westin. Let's see what else we got here. Everybody, big people need love.
I was saying that big people don't need love.
They could just have it a little better, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Gay cries while having gay phone operator cries while having sex with a woman. Stephen cries while eating ice cream. All right.
Not when I'm eating it.
Wow.
Usually after.
Yeah. No question.
The ice cream.
I cry when the magic
depression
shell's empty. I can relate.
Are you serious?
I got the magic shell.
And then your wife tells you, oh, wait, we have 18 more in the garage.
I knew I married you for a reason.
Yeah, don't panic, honey.
T-Man, you're wrong. I love people that will use the text paging to tell me where I've gone wrong, Terry.
Okay.
Those usually stand out over other text pages. I got to be honest. Technically, gay is a virgin if he's never had any sweet vagina. I think the person just wanted to text page the word sweet vagina.
I think so,
like
too.
And Terry, what else is going on in the world while I scour over these text pages that come in at 97373, don't you know?
Well,
97373.
I have a follow-up for you on a story we did about the two 18-year-old dudes who from New Mexico who went into the strip club and ran up a tab of $2,460 on the lap dances because they had 41 straight lap dances.
Oh, yeah, 41 straight lap dances, and they claim that they didn't realize that it would equal 41 because they thought that the lady who was dancing for them was just doing one long, elaborate dance.
Right.
They didn't realize every time a song starts, it's another cha-ching of the $20 register, if you will.
Right.
Everyone who's a seasoned, you don't have to be a seasoned veteran of the strip club, Terry. You've been in there half a minute. You know the deal.
Right.
So
Well-
what's the outcome here?
Well, the judge actually believed their story, and they don't have to pay back the $2,500.
You mean I could have gotten like 41 straight lap dances back in the day or whatever, Terry, and I could have taken it to court and won?
Well, at least
Because
you could
some
in New
dumb
Mexico.
judge out there bought the whole idea that they were confused.
Yeah.
I mean, the dancer does tell you in a subtle way, and it is pretty subtle, that this is the beginning of a new song. This is the end of the last, the beginning of the next. Like she'll say very softly in your ear while licking it, do you want me to continue?
Right.
And that's her way of saying cha-ching.
Mm-hmm.
Ching.
How's that go again? Yeah, they don't have to.
So you're telling me that these dudes, maybe the fact that they were 18 and obviously that represented that they were new in the strip club world, I don't care, Terry. You're telling me that they sat there for 41 songs. How long did it take to play 41 songs?
2 hours, they say.
2 hours or so? Mm-hmm. And they only had to pay for one dance? Man, that makes me mad.
Well, every 2 minutes, if she says, do you want to continue, do they wonder why she does it every 2 minutes?
Apparently she wasn't clear enough, Stephen.
Well, their judge probably said, well, since it's not posted, then you guys are screwed.
They pleaded ignorance.
Well.
And
it was bought.
And it was bought, and they don't have to pay a dime. They're off the hook.
They're done. Everything was dropped.
They are off the hook, Terry. Well done, guys. Well done. Mm-hmm. 41 dances for the price of one.
That's right.
Where do I get that coupon? Wow. Hopscotch is a tubby bitch. Oh, gee!
Wow.
Want to call that guy, man?
Sure.
I don't hear the buzzer. Oh, there's the buzzer. So
Wait, let me turn my
sophisticated.
phone off.
Sophisticated sound.
Hi, you read Steven?
Sophisticated sound effects we have in here. Let's hear it again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Steven Spielberg wants to use this in one of his new movies.
Well, I don't blame him, Terry.
I'm not going to let him.
Scott, it's hard to find those 1980 board games.
Yeah.
Where do we get that from? Taboo?
Yes.
All right, let's call the one who says that. We like accuracy around here? Mm-hmm.
If my mother-in-law answers, I'm going to be pissed.
You read Mrs. Soden's classroom.
Thanks, Steven.
Hello?
Hello, it's Marcus.
Hey, what's up, Marcus? This is the T-Man Show. We just every once in a while like to reach out and thank the texters for taking the time to punch away on the old keypad there and let us know what you're thinking.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and we got your message this morning that reads as follows. Hopscotch is a tubby bitch.
Yeah, I thought that was very appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how big those dudes are.
Very appropriate. So does that represent you letting us know that you're not a fan of Scott, who obviously has never really done anything to you, right?
Right.
But for whatever reason, you don't appreciate him, or is that safe to say?
I appreciate him. I just thought that'd be pretty funny.
Well,
I thought you guys would get a kick out of it.
I don't know if we're rolling around laughing here, but it did catch our eye, and it made
I
us...
mean, he is a tubby bitch, and I can't stick around there.
So you've stated fact as well as...
Sounds like the people who are commuting with him are honking in appreciation. What are you going to do with your day there, Marcus?
I'm just at work.
What do you do, Marcus?
I'm a mortgage loan officer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sounds exciting.
Are you as complimentary on the job as you are as it pertains to this radio show, or what?
A little better on the job.
Yes.
No, I don't think he's telling us, God, look, chubby bitch, sign here.
Yeah, when a big deal's on the line, I don't think you'll be as forthcoming with your thoughts as you were this morning, right?
Right.
Yes.
Pretty sure he's never had a big deal, so don't worry about it.
Oh, not making any money, are you, Marcus?
Hello, can't get the job done. Blow, Marcus.
I get plenty of jobs done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the bathhouse, Marcus. We know.
Hey, hello, we know what kind of job you're getting done. Blow.
Everyone's a mortgage officer these days.
Well,
they can't all be making money.
It's like every woman being an interior decorator out there. Right. It's really just a title for basically saying you can't figure out what direction your life is going in.
Wow.
No.
Oh, I can't get into life going in the direction good. Well, Marcus.
Yes.
I mean, you were pretty good with the texting, but it seems like you've been on the receiving ends of a couple of long blows here, Marcus. Are you going to fire back, or is texting all you got?
Oh, no. I mean, I take care of business out here. I mean, can't no one get on top of me as far as that goes.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
Can't
all
get
the
on
money
top of you. He's a bottom.
I mean,
Third
he can
time's a
say
charm.
everything he wants about the money I make, but I guarantee I make more money than he does.
Wow. Well, he's got a number of raises over the past couple of years. What are you pulling in there, Marcus?
About a little over 6 figures a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're burning it up, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I make it happen. I wasn't joking.
Wow, we're impressed. I think he makes more than you, Marcus. Would that make you upset?
No, it wouldn't make me upset. I take care of mine.
You only work 4 hours a day, though.
You take care of your... You take care of your what there, Marcus?
Let's break it down
Take
hourly.
care of me and my family.
You have a family?
Yep.
Who's in your family there, Marcus? What do you got?
I got a wife and 2 kids.
Really? How long have you been married there, Marcus?
Just a little over a year.
That's working out well for you?
Yeah, it's working out great.
Ah, it's terrific there, Marcus. I'm happy to hear that. Is it a situation where you're not able to tell your wife your true feelings, so you lash out at someone you don't even know, like Hotshot, or what?
Oh, no, I lash out at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a happy marriage.
But you have nothing bad to say to your wife, because there's nothing bad to say, period. Is that right?
Well, sometimes there's bad stuff to say. But for
All
the
right,
most
tell us
part,
about
it's
the
all
bad
good.
stuff. What have you recently told her that she didn't necessarily want to hear, but you had no choice but to say it, and she had no choice but to have to hear it? What was the last thing that might have been a little bit off that you had to tell her about?
Well, unfortunately, this weekend, I'm a Packers fan, and she's a big Vikings fan. So
trouble.
Packers.
I had a lot of bad things to say after that one.
Okay, so how does that pertain to her, though?
Because we played each other this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
A big one.
Whatever. Hi, Marcus.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for texting.
Do you rent or own?
Oh,
Yeah, this is a bad market. I'm not buying crap.
it's Marcus, Terry.
Yeah, it is Marcus.
Took the time to text page us this morning.
It was very nice of him.
With the text page. What did it say again there now? I lost it.
Hot shot is a tubby bitch.
A hopscotch.
Oh, yeah,
Hopscotch.
Is a tubby bitch, yes.
Yeah. Sweet.
I always knew he was a Fudge Packers fan. I was right.
Now, T-Man, have you considered going over to XM Radio?
Oh.
When your show is over, I switch over to something else. Like 950. Man. Must be pretty desperate.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Papa.
Mm-hmm.
Papa, car phone. Jeez.
You're on the air. Good morning, Sarah.
Oh, hello, T-Man.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I was calling to comment on the whole fat girl, skinny girl sex drive thing.
Okay.
Well, from my personal experience, I know that
And your experience would be on the fat girl side or the skinny girl side, just to get this out in the open quick.
Well, both sides. You know,
Oh, jeez.
my weight can fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that when I'm down to a size like between 2 and 4, my sex drive is a lot better. And when I go up to like a size 8 or 9, I I'll have sex, but I just like to lay there rather than do it myself. Because
Right.
when you're smaller, you have a little bit more confidence, and you'll
Well, this directly coincides with what Terry was sharing with us from Duke University.
and so my sex drive is enhanced, and I want to show off a little bit more of my body and get a little bit more crazy when I'm smaller, because that's fine. But when I'm bigger, you just kind of want to lay there and hope.
Now, when you're talking about just laying, when you're talking about just laying there, does that mean just laying flat on your back, or you want to get on your side, maybe lift a leg, or what are we talking about when we're saying just laying there?
Probably just laying.
Can I, when you're at that size 8 to 10, can I get you to get on your side, lift a leg, let me side saddle you? Is that possible or no?
Sure, G-Man, if you hoist me over that way.
Can I throw one leg over my shoulder and plow you that way or no?
Oh, my rotator cuff.
Is that possible or no? Is that would that still fall under the umbrella of just laying there or no?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So you are willing to do a little something more than just lay there.
But when when she's smaller, I bet she's like the one who's like really going crazy. She's on top and she's going, woo.
Can I flip you on your stomach, press your face into the pillow, and take you from that side, or what?
Oh my God.
I mean, that's kind of just laying there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you like that?
That's fine.
Do you like that?
Sure.
So you an 8 or a 10 these days, or a 2 or a 4?
Unfortunately, I'm on the bigger side.
Yeah, I had a feeling. That's all right. We can work with you.
Something tells me it's here to stay.
So you're an 8
No,
or...
it's not here to stay, Hutcho.
Yeah, your 2 or 4 days are pretty much in the rearview mirror. Be honest, right? You don't expect to see those days anytime soon, right?
You know, I'm hoping to get back down to like a...
I mean, we can all hope.
Right. Say you keep going back and forth just because you were there once doesn't mean that it's back and forth.
That's not really fluctuating.
Just because you were there in 6th grade doesn't mean you're back and forth.
Oh, no. This is the last year or so.
Last year you were a 2 or a 4, and now you're an 8 or what are you, 8 or 10?
I'm my jeans are size 8 right now that I got on.
Mm-hmm.
So what caused the increase?
You know, just stress.
Stress.
I mean, it's a bad, you know, and being busy. It's like
What's the weight difference between 2 and 4 and 8 and 10, Terry? Give me a ballpark.
I mean,
is it 40
like
pounds?
Size,
I
yeah,
say 30
to
30 to 40 pounds.
30 to 40 pounds, sure.
It's 30 to 40 pounds.
So stress in a year caused you to gain a quick 30, 40 pounds.
Yes.
What'd you eat to deal with that stress?
A lot of filet of fish.
A lot of waffles? A lot of filet of fish?
Yeah.
You should smoke.
Oh my gosh, I don't smoke.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Filet of fish.
Those are good. I can see it. Dunk them in hot mustard.
Oh, God.
Dunk them in hot sauce. Hot chocolate. No.
Now I'm even
hot anything.
Hot chocolate.
Jeez.
Now I'm even more excited about throwing one leg over my shoulder, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
The chubby leg.
Bringing her size 10 the raggers.
Her sweating out filet of fishes. That's hot.
I'll fillet it, baby.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I appreciate you calling us this morning.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Oh, that's right.
You always forget fat girls' names, don't you?
Sarah Lee.
We'll be looking out for you, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Call again soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The T-Man.
8:52 at Cube 93. Here's your news update. Florida has endured the worst that Hurricane Wilma has to offer after coming ashore with 125-mile-an-hour winds. Wilma has weakened to a Category 2 hurricane. Large sections of Key West, Florida are underwater. Although the Keys were under an evacuation order, most people apparently stayed behind to ride out the storm. Across Florida, up to 2.5 million homes and businesses now are without power. Anyone who wants a flu shot should be able to get one now. Until today, the CDC had asked doctors and clinics to reserve the vaccine for those over 65 and those chronically ill. A break for motorists. The Lundberg survey says gas prices fell an average of 25 cents over the past 2 weeks to an average $2.69 a gallon. However, here in our area, the average is still $2.77 a gallon. In sports, what a Seahawks game yesterday. The game ended with a Josh Brown 50-yard field goal as time expired, giving the Seahawks a 13-10 victory over Dallas. Seattle scored 10 points in the final 40 seconds. A home run in the ninth lifted the White Sox to a 7-6 win over the Astros in Game 2 of the World Series. Chicago leads 2-0. Partly cloudy this afternoon with highs in the upper 50s to the mid-60s. That's your news update on Seattle's #1 hit music station, Cube 93.
No! I can't understand this. I do not want to be on the air no more. And I hope these freaking effing cats will ever understand this. Leave me off the air because all they're doing is causing me problems. I got enough problems in my damn life, Mom. I don't need this shit. And why did you call them? Why did you call them? Yeah, stay way over there, you bitch. I do not want to be on the air no more because, you know, these cats are hurting me. They're hurting me. Don't call this phone for me. Don't call for me.
Okay, what was that all about?
Oh, man.
Is that during the break?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was recorded during the break, obviously?
Correct.
Yes, like I didn't know. I just bleeped it all out when I came back here. Apparently during the break, what started this whole thing? This I don't know, honestly. I don't know what brought this all about. What is he talking about with his mom there? What am I missing here?
During the break, I answered the phone, and his mom called and said, "Don't put Eric on anymore."
Ah, you do a John John's mom impersonation now, too?
Wow.
I love it.
Very.
Okay, and she said those exact words. What were the words again? She called, and you happened to answer the phone, or
Yes.
Pasty answered the phone?
I answered.
You answered. And it was John John's mom, and she said what?
Don't put Eric on the phone anymore. He's had too much to drink today.
Mm-hmm. Did she mean any more today or any more period?
Not sure, actually.
Well, then
She just
he
said that.
then he gets on, and it's being recorded, And he's seeming like he agrees with her. So what are they fighting about? He's talking about how he doesn't want to be on the air anymore, if I heard that right.
You try to make rational sense out of John John?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they keep putting me on. Maybe it's because you called.
Right.
All right, let me see if I understand this right. Let me hear this again. Figure out what we can make out of this. This was after his mom called.
Yes.
Sounds like he's angry at his mom for calling, saying don't put Eric on the air anymore. But then he goes on to say he doesn't want to be on the air anymore.
Yeah.
He wants us to think he's cool, man. You don't want your mom calling your friends, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And telling him what to do?
Right.
Eric, no! I can't understand this. I do not want to be on the air no more.
Well, one thing I think she got right is he's had maybe a little too much to drink, but why is this morning different from other ones?
And I hope these freaking effing cats will ever understand this.
Right.
Leave me off the air because all they're doing is causing me problems.
Uh-huh.
I got enough problems in my damn life, Mom. I don't need this. And why did you call them? Why did you call them? Yeah, stay way over there. Bitch.
Oh, just...
I do not want to be on the air no more because you know these cats are hurting me.
Uh-huh.
They're hurting me. Don't call the phone for me. Don't call for me.
Now that ending part, is that staged by John John? Sometimes he stages stuff even when he is drunk, Terry. I mean, why does he always have to do play-by-play when things are going on in his house?
I just think that's what
Don't
he
grab
is.
the phone from me and hang it up!
Yeah, right.
I mean, that almost sounded like a little overdone there. Or was it a situation where she was grabbing the phone from
I
him,
think
Terry?
it was a situation where she was grabbing the phone because I can hear her in the back.
Oh, Jason,
And
that's
they're struggling.
where the call ends.
Right.
And there's been no communication back or forth from the John John compound till then, since then?
Nope.
So they could be wrestling still as we speak right now
They
with the
could
phone
be.
in between them?
Yeah. Police being called right now. Domestic violence.
Who is he
just
talking?
them
Who are
again.
the cats he's talking to?
I do not want to be on the air no more.
Fine. He calls us. We don't call him, Terry. If he doesn't want to be on the air anymore, that's his prerogative.
Right.
Because you know these cats are hurting me. They're hurting me.
What? Who are the cats that are hurting him?
I think
it
we
means
are.
literally there are cats in this back alley, Terry, that are hurting him, Terry. We're hurting him?
I think we're the cats. that
We're
are
the
hurting.
cats.
We're the cats.
Tigers in his yard that he sees.
That are hurting him.
Yes.
How are we hurting him? By putting him on the air?
Maybe so.
He calls and waits on hold for hours to be on the air.
I understand that.
Again, I'm trying to make rational sense out of this. Is that
You
it?
are.
There you go.
And there is none.
Yes.
So,
Hey, listen.
as a cat, man.
If John John and or his mom want to tell us right now that they officially are ending all ties with him calling the program, I will take that seriously. And then even if he calls back again in the future, Terry, we will not allow him to come on if he makes it official right now.
Okay.
So if he wants
He
to...
or his mother, right?
If he or his mother want to call in right now and make that official, then that's done.
Okay. Call in, Mom. Call in.
But if they're too busy wrestling Mom with the phone between her breasts right now, Terry, rolling around on the floor trying to keep it from John John, well, then maybe she can't call in right now.
Yeah, maybe
Now,
not.
as I just said, we never call him. He always calls us. Should we call him right now to see if it's official or no?
Well,
I'd like to know.
I would like to know.
I would like to know, Terry,
I
even
want
though
to
I
know
just
if they'll
went on
even
this...
answer the phone if she's able to.
I just went on this whole diatribe about how we don't call him, he calls us.
Right. Well, but this could be our first.
Here I will be
emergency.
calling him. This is an emergency, Terry. Do we have his number? Or is he calling in? Is that him?
Uh-oh.
Oh, see, we don't have to call him.
Wow.
No. That's not him? Who is that on the hotline calling in then? Who? Who?
That'd be the portly redhead
Yeah,
who's
probably
jumping for joy.
Watch out, jumping for
Already
joy.
ordered his celebratory cake.
I thought it was the trains going by, but no, somebody's jumping for joy.
Gay, you've already been on the air once this morning.
Hi, this is John John's mom.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing better to do
I
than
don't
this, sir.
think you should put him on the air anymore.
Right. Okay, thank you, John John's mom.
That's not a problem. Thank
Yes.
you.
White cake with raspberry filling.
Mm-hmm.
We like custard.
No, that's a man he's looking for, Terry. Just happens to be the cake he likes, too. All right, let me...
But not the John mom.
This is the number of the John mom? Is this the number of the John mom? This is John John. Okay. And John mom. All right, let me see what we got here. Again, let me just make sure I understand this correctly. Can I play the audio one more time before I
One
call?
more
Just to make sure I'm not
time,
making any errors here. I think I understand it properly.
Eric, no!
And it's fun to listen to.
I can't understand this. I do not want to be on the air no more. And I hope these freaking effing cats will ever understand this.
leave me off the air because all they're doing is causing me problems.
That can be well accommodated for, Terry.
Right.
I just want to make sure he knows what he's saying, that if he's sticking by that now, it's not like he can call tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, and say, well, I changed my mind, I want to be back on the air. No. Right. If he makes that official right now, then that's it. John and this show are parting ways.
Bye.
But tomorrow he'll listen to the tape and forget that he even called.
I go, did I really? I didn't know.
I got enough problems to make them f***ing my mind.
Now, that's probably true.
I don't need this. And why did you call them? Why did you call them? Yeah, stay way over there. Bitch. I do not want to be on the air no more because, these cats are hurting me. They're hurting me. Don't call the phone for me. Don't call for me.
I think Mom was trying to call right there.
It's quite the struggle, Terry.
Yeah.
I thought she was way over there.
She came over.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. Didn't you hear her earlier? Stay over there, but she didn't.
She didn't listen. She's the mom.
Yes.
She doesn't have to listen to the son.
Right.
That's the way it works.
Imaginary friend should have helped him.
Kevin, imaginary roommate.
I'm calling John to get the official statement.
Okay.
Calling the funhouse. Maybe she wants to be a dysfunctionate family member.
John's answering service. Can I take a message?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, what's up? You copied my voicemail. I'm sorry I missed your telephone call. If you leave your name and telephone number, I'll call you back as soon as possible. If you're calling from a blocked number, please hang up and dial *2 and call me back, or I will not answer. Thank you and have a good day.
Taking a page from the
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording,
we know the
you may
drill.
hang up or press pound for more options.
I do not want to be on the air no more because, these cats are hurting me. They're hurting me. Don't call the phone for me. Don't call for me.
Okay,
you
there.
are satisfied with your message.
No, I wanted to keep it going there.
Listen to your
I
message,
wanted to
press-
play it for him, Terry, so he
Right.
could hear what he said as we make it official that John does not want to be on the air anymore. He's made it clear.
Yes, and so has his mother.
His mother has made it clear.
Yes.
The point was made. There was no varying little parts of the story.
Right.
It was decisive.
He was very clear about it.
And
yes.
we're taking it seriously.
Right.
Unless we hear before the show ends this morning that statement is being retracted.
Okay.
That statement will be on the record forevermore, Terry. Oh, Gay's gonna double up his cake today.
I know.
It'll be on the record forevermore, Terry, unless we get a retraction between now and the end of this here program.
Now, do we have a funeral for him, too?
Costs money, Terry.
Oh, okay. We'll just
In the meantime, let's go to other callers. 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air, and this is Mark. Hello, Mark.
What's going on?
How are you, Mark? What can we do for you?
Oh man, I just want to say hi, hello, good morning to all of you.
Good
morning. Thank you. I just
You
wanna
sure your mom would approve of this, Mark?
I know.
What's that?
Never mind. Go ahead, Mark.
Basically, I just want to say, go Hawks. That was a good win.
A lot of people are excited about the Seahawks.
I
Terry.
know.
Yes.
And
Were you there, Mark? Were you at the game?
No, I wasn't at the game.
No.
I was watching at home.
Yes, I was at the game, Terry, and yet I wasn't at the game.
Right.
I got there late.
Wow.
All right? And then I leave with 3 minutes to go after the Cowboys intercepted the Seahawks, Terry. When I said to the person I was with, I was like, I know a ton about sports. This game is over. The Seahawks haven't been able to drive on them all game. Let's get to the car because you don't want to get stuck in the parking lot. It takes 3 hours to get out of there. When you're stuck in the parking lot, nothing's going to happen here. It was the worst game in the history of football. Let's get home. Turns out to be the best game in the history of football, Terry. And I couldn't have been more wrong. As I told you earlier this morning, Terry, I am an absolute disgrace for that.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
That's why I stayed to the Husky game till the bitter end.
Yes, in case they were able to rally and score.
Yeah, I know.
3 touchdowns in the last...
4 touchdowns in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. You couldn't do it, guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Actually, I would have given them a better chance than what I saw from the Seahawks. Terry, it was just not that the Seahawks were a bad team, but I was not giving up on them for the season. It was just one of those days, and I just wrote it off as, hey, they're not going to get it done today. They'll still win the NFC West, but they're not beating the Cowboys today. There's no way.
Right.
And then look what they did in the final 90 seconds. All while I'm on I-90.
But you beat the traffic.
Beat the traffic, yes.
Hey,
That's
man,
good.
home and
Very worth it.
great passion.
It's a disgrace. And they were able, as I mentioned earlier, Terry, and you asked me about it again, they were able to overcompensate for a terrible Coach Holmgren coaching blunder to get the win, Terry.
Right.
And actually that blunder, that horrible coaching blunder, is actually what enabled them to win that game in regulation.
Okay.
You truly want to know about this?
I do. It's been like, what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
I hate to have to turn this into a sports show, Terry, but my sports knowledge is so damn vast that you're not going to hear about this on the sports radio stations. You might as well hear it from here.
Okay, then let me know.
They didn't pick up on this, I guarantee you.
Okay.
Those sports gurus over there.
Yeah.
All right.
The bright ones.
Besides Matt Gastineau, we love him, Terry.
Yeah, we do.
But let me tell you what the situation was as I heard about it in my car.
Going over the bridge.
Okay. Seahawks are driving, something I didn't give them credit for being able to do on that Dallas defense after Dallas had shut them down all day. They're driving with 2 minutes or a minute, less than a minute to go. They got first and goal for the 1 yard line. They miss out on their first and goal opportunity. Now it's second and goal. 50 seconds left. Seahawks call timeout, Terry. Fine, you want to call timeout to set up a certain play. Good, but let the clock run down to 25, 20 seconds because you don't need that time. Why give Dallas the opportunity to even have that last drive? If Dallas goes on to kick a field goal with time that they shouldn't have had, Terry, all you would have been talking about this morning is how Holmgren blew it. He just could have run the clock down. They had another timeout after that one's left, Terry. They weren't in any jeopardy of having the clock run out.
Right.
The more likely scenario is that Dallas would have been able to get a little bit of a drive together, been able to kick the winning field goal. Much more likely than the interception that improbably happened. But thanks to Holmgren being such a horrible coaching decision maker as far as clock management, Terry, he's a very decent play caller, no doubt about that. But as far as clock management, there isn't anyone worse. And he almost blew the game.
So he didn't say, okay, we're going to score here, then we'll pick them off.
More likely should have blown the game.
Wow.
Then, yes, coming up with a strategy. You know, if I save enough time, we can get an interception.
Right.
Right. That's just why he drew it up.
But eventually, your coaching blunders turn in to lucky bits of fortune.
Right.
It was a horrible decision. It could have cost them the game. There's no way that Dallas should have even had an opportunity to run any plays in regulation. It should have been a touchdown, then going straight to overtime. But they gave them extra time to try to win the game in regulation. It could have cost them a very important game, Terry.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear about that this morning because there was a happy ending.
Thank goodness.
I like happy endings.
John's on the hotline speaking of happy endings.
You're ruining it for me.
Yes. The walking, living, breathing happy ending.
Interesting to hear what she's doing, though.
They're fighting big time, and they're swearing back and forth, Terry, and I had to dump that.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Right. From that to the cleanest version of a human being that we have, or at least she likes to portray herself as one, Kendall, good morning.
Good morning, T. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Who did Arizona play over the weekend? I saw it was a close game, and it shouldn't...
Oh, it was so depressing.
They wound up...
Oregon. And they should have won.
I saw late in the game. They were right there, tied or something with Oregon, right?
Well, yeah, they were tied, and then they won by 1 touchdown, but the defense only let up 1 touchdown. Special teams let up 2, so that was
listening
really great
to girls talk about sports, Terry.
Isn't it
Let up
cute?
1 touchdown.
Yes.
Let up.
They lost by 1 touchdown.
No, there is. They lost by, they was 28-21. The defense only gave up 1 touchdown.
Play with your nipples.
Wow.
That's your job on this earth.
Well, while she's telling you about this game?
No, stop talking about the game and play with your nipples.
With the nipples. Oh.
How about let's just talk about something else?
Stop talking about sports and play with your nipples.
You asked me about sports.
I didn't ask you about sports. I just asked you what happened in that game. Because you know what happened? On Saturday, I was watching something and the score flashed by, and I saw, oh my gosh, Arizona is tied with Oregon late in the game, and I never thought about it again. I didn't even know who won. I assumed Oregon won, or I might have heard something.
Yeah. Well, they did.
But I didn't need to hear your recap of the game.
Okay, well, I'm over
But it
then.
was kind of cute. Especially if
We
you
just refused to win. It's ridiculous.
And I truly believe in my mind you were playing with your nipples while you were telling us about it.
I really wasn't, but that's okay. We can pretend.
David was, so that's even better. Mm-hmm.
What?
Kendall, how was the weekend overall, though?
Well, the weekend was great. Well,
Okay.
kind of. We had initiation for Pi Phi. So the beginning of the weekend was really boring, but the end of the weekend was fun.
Now, Arizona, at some point before the season is up, will play UW, Terry. Both have not won a game in the Pac-10,
Whoa.
so something's got to give.
Yeah, I guess
Now,
Washington will give.
the University of Washington is on a really bad trail to some very, how you say, notorious statistic that they may have come their way should they not beat Arizona. And if they don't beat Arizona, then if they don't beat Washington State,
also winless in the Pac-10.
UW is going to be the only team in the history of the Pac-10, and last I checked, Terry, the Pac-10 didn't just get formed last week, all right? The Pac-10 has a pretty decent long history. Pac-10's been around for decades and decades. They'll be the only team in the history of the Pac-10 to go back-to-back seasons without winning a Pac-10 football game.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's just sad that that's going to have to happen.
If they go the rest of the season without winning a game.
Wow, really?
Now, two very winnable games. One against Arizona.
At
Arizona. Also a laughing stock of a collegiate program these
Flying
days.
down there to watch that game?
And then if they don't get that done, then they have Wazoo at home. So
Yeah.
if UW gets that unfortunate statistic, if they get that unfortunate label of being the only team in the history of the Pac-10 to go back-to-back seasons without winning a Pac-10 football game, they'll have earned it. Because they got two games against two laughing-stock teams, Terry. That if they lose those games, they deserve that bit of history. And thanks for tuning in to KJR.
Don't we need Hugh Millen in here or something?
So what'd you say your weekend was all about? What happened there?
It's the initiation of Pi
Saturday
Phi.
night. What? Yeah, we had a lot of sorority things,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
we went to the game on Saturday. It
All right,
was-
if you're not going to play with your nipples, I'm going to play with mine. Go ahead, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. And then Saturday
go for
night
you.
we went out for parties. It was so much fun. And then I bought a Halloween costume yesterday.
Oh, what are you going to
For
be?
next weekend. Well, I have to have 4 because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is big night.
4 different costumes?
Thanks for listening to this all day. Now, Kendall, were you at the game on Saturday?
Still
Of course.
You were there?
50-yard line.
No. Because don't make it like it's a big deal. No one else was there, so that's why you got the 50-yard line.
Packed. It was packed.
It was packed.
So packed.
Well,
It's always
people from
packed.
Oregon
We're big
came down,
football
yeah.
fans.
And you got the 50-yard line. Why? Because you're wired in with the team?
Wired in.
Well, I had friends save me a seat, so I didn't have to go very early.
Probably the student section.
Yeah, it's student section.
Yeah,
It's like
student
first come,
section.
first
Yeah,
serve.
Exactly.
Their student section does UW?
Yeah, UW.
Same
Yeah.
way. They get
line.
50-yard line? I thought they were in the end zone.
50-yard line. But it's first come, first serve. It's not like...
Mm-hmm.
You get like
No,
a
it's the
specific
entire
ticket.
left side of the field. It's huge. It's so good.
It's what now?
It's so good. Like, I don't know.
It's
just
huge. It's so
much fun
good.
to-
Say it again now.
Maybe not.
Oh, jeez.
And slower.
Yeah. I'll play with my nipples. Go ahead. It was what? It was huge. It was so good. What?
I knew I shouldn't wear underwear
Yeah,
today.
the student section
Yes.
at the stadium.
Right.
It's enormous. It's great.
Oh.
It's enormous now.
Okay. Thanks for checking in, Kendall.
Okay.
Want to say hi to your friend John who's on the hotline again?
Oh, is he?
Okay, yeah, I feel bad for him. Let's talk to him.
Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning, John.
And I
are you
love
okay?
you, baby.
Okay,
and
John.
I will be back here.
I got to put Kendall on hold so we can talk with you. Very important moment, John.
There was a situation that occurred here.
I heard the situation, John. Very important moment. Don't take this lightly. Understand it for the seriousness that it is.
Yes!
Wow.
Take my effing mom and get her the F out of my goddamn...
John, I got to ask you a very simple question. Forget about your mom. You made statements of your own that said you no longer want to be on the air. If that's true, say it now. We're never going to talk to you again because we don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do.
I did not want to be off on the air ever again. It was my mom saying that because she is pissed off what occurred.
So you're
'Cause
not...
I have some issues right now.
You think? So you are...
Some issues.
You... Terry's laughing at the word some.
Just some.
So you, John, are not saying at this time that you no longer want to be on the air.
No, me, I'm not saying I do not want to be on the air again. But it's because of what my mom was saying, because she says that you guys are bringing bad influences on me.
Right.
And I said no.
Well, that's not the way it sounded, John. Maybe you should listen to your own statement.
No, I can't understand this. I do not want to be on the air no more. And I hope these freaking effing cats will ever understand this. Leave me off the air.
I mean, how much more clear do you need to be than that, Terry?
Leave me off the air.
How much more clear do we need to hear it than that, John? That's not
I was saying that to my mom because my mom thinks she's got game. She's a little bitch.
Wow, that's nice.
I don't think I heard your mom on here talking about she's got game.
Because all they're doing is causing me problems. I got enough problems in my damn f***ing life, Mom. I don't need this shit. And why did you call them? Why did you call them? Yeah, stay way over there. Bitch. I do not want to be on the air no more.
You hear that? What's that mean?
He says, I do not want to be on the air anymore.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why did my mom call him? And why is Gay calling me right now? Gay, why are you calling me, bitch? Do not even call me no more, gay phone operator.
Okay. Well, there it is.
So now he's talking
Here's
to
his
people
official
who aren't even
statement. I know. But I think we're right back where we started, at least.
Okay.
Yes.
The T-Man.
Yes. Let's see some text pages that have rolled in over the past few minutes at 97373. 97373. Somebody writes, the only people who love Terry Free, they're responding to that text page earlier that I highlighted, Terry, because it said, I love Terry B. Free. Mm-hmm. And this person writes, to counter that, the only people that love Terry Free are single mom whores like her. Ow!
Wow. Oh, that's not nice.
Wow, let's call them back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure you do. I want to do that. 9:22 and 40 seconds, somebody writes, Kendall, go sit on a cactus, you traitor bitch, go dogs. Because she is kind of a local girl, Terry.
Right.
Who got accepted to UW, or so she says.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I claim I got accepted a lot of places that I lie about.
Right.
But you can't verify whether somebody got accepted somewhere. You have to go on their word. Maybe she didn't get accepted to UW, which is why she had no choice but to go to Arizona. Now, I would think UW is a better school scholastically than Arizona overall. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
Right.
No question.
So you could get so you can feasibly get into Arizona and very easily not get into UW, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Her pants are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, we got the point there. Yeah, thanks for spelling it out, though.
Oh, because
just
she's
wanted
lying.
to say that.
Somebody at 9:20 and 36 seconds writes, Kendall, lick my OGs. All right. Yeah,
Yes, we can't say that, can we?
people get pissed off when she talks about Arizona.
Well,
Just like this guy who's pissed off and says, T-Man, you're not allowed to go to any more Seahawk games, you asshole. Give me your tickets, you bitch.
wow.
And I can understand exactly where they're coming from, Terry. I'm a disgrace for leaving that game yesterday.
Right.
But who suffered more than me? Everyone's jumping up and down. I spend $200-some-odd on stupid tickets, ridiculous ticket prices, sitting with Cowboy fans because no sane Washington resident's spending that kind of money. The only people I'm sitting with are people that came up from Dallas and said, I'm spending so much money on airfare and hotel, I might as well buy these tickets that are available.
Right.
Everyone in my section was like a Cowboy fan.
It sounded on TV like there were a lot of them there.
There were, but most of them were behind the Cowboys bench on the sideline. The only other ones were in my section. Anyhow, yeah, I'll hand over my tickets right away. Let's see what else we got here.
You need to embrace with whoever you went to the game with in your living room, jumping up and down.
That's exactly how he does it.
Yeah.
How do we do it again? That's pretty much it.
Now get out of my house.
That's dead on. Mm-hmm.
Like they were in the house.
9:17 and 44 seconds. Someone writes, Herman Edwards is an awful clock manager, worse than Holmgren. I think they wrote that because they know I'm a Jets fan also. But over the years, Terry, I've become even more of a Seahawk fan when the Jets play the Steelers for the Jets. Herman Edwards is probably, I remember certain instances where he had problems with clock management, but even if he did, There's no worse clock manager than Mike Holmgren, Terry. I can bring up 3, 4, 5 specific games, especially the one yesterday. Absolutely no excuse. Clock management can cost you wins and losses, Terry.
Right, I understand that. I understand.
And yesterday was a prime example of how they could have easily lost a game that they had no business losing because of just ridiculous clock management.
Yeah.
Man, it's not rocket science. But as I said, he's a pretty damn good play caller. I actually think he should run Sean Alexander more, but overall, he's a good play caller, Terry, so I guess...
All evens out in the wash? No. I guess
Thus
not.
far. And they're 5-2.
He's just got to... It's something you can work on. It's not like some born with talent, Terry. Just ask for help.
Is there a possibility that maybe his assistant coaches don't want to point out the fact that, dude,
that
it
he's
sucks?
dumb?
Yes. Because in fear of losing their job or being...
It may be.
He's embarrassingly bad at it.
He's embarrassingly bad at it. Could have easily cost him the game yesterday.
Right.
And he's the type that if he was approached by one of his assistants saying, hey, listen, you don't want to call a timeout here. Let the clock at least run down to 20 seconds.
Right.
We have another timeout after that. We only have 3 more plays tops to run as it is.
Right.
There's no reason to leave Dallas with any time on the clock to run plays, send it right to overtime. Yeah. We're in complete control of this.
It does seem like it would be, almost second nature to a coach to figure that out.
You need somebody in his ear telling him.
It should actually be the easiest. It should actually be the easiest part of coaching.
Right.
Man.
Well, his assistant coaches need to step up.
However, the irony here is, as it turns out, his horrible coaching blunder allowed him to win the game in regulation. Don't expect that to happen every time. Trust me.
No, then that's the big one where he goes, no, see, remember the last game that I did this?
Somebody writes, the Sea Chickens got lucky.
Oh, Sea Chickens?
So this area isn't just filled with Seahawk fans.
No.
Man. I spent the first 24 years of my life in New York, and I've been out here 10 years now, and it didn't take me long to become a Seahawk fan. Well, it helped that the person who lived 3 doors down from me was a Seahawk,
right?
And I became good friends with him, but now he's a Redskin. Hail to the Redskins. Let's see what else we got here. The guy I work with in the cubicle next to me still smells like piss.
That's nice.
Okay, got fired.
I was going to say, I thought it was John.
8:52 and 53 seconds. Steven's a sister fister. 8:51 and 26 seconds. Somebody writes, I like my wife.
Good.
Sounds like he almost feels guilty about it.
That's
sorry.
promising.
All right, I like my wife.
Don't tell my girlfriend.
I told her I hate that bitch.
Calm back.
Somebody writes, can you please vote both Gay and John off the Cube Island?
Wow.
What are you wearing? It's my line. All right. That pretty much sizes up. Oh, Superflow. That pretty much sizes up the text pages of this morning, Terry.
Of the day?
Yes.
Wow.
A final thought, Terry?
Final thought.
There it is. Thank you so much. But as deep as we'll get from her. Cut you right off there.
Oh, yeah.
Unless there's something you wanted to say.
Final thought.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
The T-Man. What you gonna do?